Hello everyone and welcome back to Sass RPG Volume 2. My name is Pichikish. Hello. Welcome to this, our Masterpiece Storytime Theater, in which I'm not really sure what we're doing, but I do know that this definitely includes a tourism bureau we're gonna have to start.
Oh lord.
Oh yes.
I'm not going to repeat what I said on this subject. Let's just start the session.
So I dropped a thing.
Ooh, what's that?
In general, one of my players for my Tuesday game is a professional OC artist.
Wow.
And so they made a thing of the entire party plus the two parties' favorite NPCs. For free, as a gift to everyone.
Wow. That's impressive.
It's really good, and it so pretty. The Genasi in the full plate fighter looking one, and then the Ranger red looking short girl is the two NPCs they love. They're siblings.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Uh-oh.
What?
Uh-oh, my connection has been interrupted.
Yeah, I got that. I got the message too. It's gone now.
Okay, yeah, it just ended for me. Yes.
Besides, we don't really need this except for like apps. The interrupted connection will just mean that you roll on Discord instead. That's
Yeah.
all.
Oh hey, look what's listed right after the entry for Kobold.
Well, let's see. Are you going by alphabetical order?
I'm going by alphabetical order. Look what's listed after Kobold as we move along to today's session.
I guess is it Kraken?
Oh, it's totally Kraken.
Yeah, it's definitely cracking.
I was actually thinking you were do something strange like tossing ice devil at us. We totally can fight one.
Yes, I comes after K in the alphabet.
I didn't mean like that.
I
Do we have a
definitely just had
session?
to
right
check
Would you
after
like to
Boomerang.
start a session?
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
Let's start a session. Let's start a tourism session, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Where are we, by the way?
Iron
You're an
Fog.
iron fog. Only the most drab. Hang on. Let me get the correct music here because we need town music. You're only in the most drab town possible, made of what effectively amount a lot of metallic and stone buildings. No, like there's no plant life in this town, none.
This
Um,
I'm
There's
sure
fog.
one prudish person has a singular house cactus.
You know,
Or a
only
ficus.
the rich, only the rich can really afford plants around here.
Now this paints a different picture.
I'd like to imagine that in the rich homes around here, instead of rugs, they just have grass growing on their floors.
Oh no, I was gonna say one potted plant, 5,000 gold.
Fair enough.
You know, guys, we could come back here and be super rich.
I have
Okay.
a better idea. We don't come back here.
This place is great, though.
Roll deception. At disadvantage. Because I have eyes.
Okay.
Petrie
Deception
still rolls.
disadvantage, you say?
Petrie still rolls like a 22 or something.
29.
29.
Don't fuck with the
So-
bard.
So Croesus, would you like to roll against this?
I still can get a nat 20. You don't know.
You could. Why don't you roll against it and find out?
Do I even have proficiency in this? I do not.
Does it really matter? Because you need a nat
Close.
20.
I was close.
You rolled a nat 19.
I was
Unfortunately, Marassi's idea is the greatest idea in the history of history.
Wait,
Why
wait.
are we here?
It makes you money, Croesus.
So, we're
Oh.
here because the Black Book of that in the super secret Elven Library
The
was
super
last-
secret, super society Black Book of Blackness, totally needing codes to open, and the
biggest-
secret handshake.
the bigger
is-
blacker book, if you will. We're here because
That we don't open and don't mess with because I'm telling you, it's a terrible idea.
No, it's totally fine, Petrie. Why don't you tell us about your book?
I don't want to talk about it.
so. Anyway,
Somebody wake Esper out of catatonic sleep and he'll tell you plenty.
I don't know, man.
God
That's
damn
on
it.
you. I don't know, man. That's on you.
Anyway, we are here because the Black Book was last seen here and by all the magic people at the mage. And because they're good for only magic, once they couldn't figure out where it went, they gave up and told us to do it instead. So we're here to see where it went.
You just clean up all the world's problems, don't you?
Well, kind of. So I
Although
know.
technically, this is partially your problem, Rossi. Partially.
Had nothing to do with this. You can't
Yes.
say it was me. Anyway,
Okay.
no. Beside the point, though, I had information, Baron, that the book was here. From something that somebody else had said, in the book that I'm not supposed to be reading. But I don't think he actually got it. And I'm trying to figure out where it went from here. So we're on a wild goose chase currently. I
No,
don't.
you're not on a wild goose chase. You're on a tourism. You're touring the land.
I don't think the book is actually here, but the person I need to talk to who may know where it is here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just let me know if you need anyone fried or their memories read. I can do that.
Well, we are looking for the leader of the Kobold Rebellion.
Yes.
So,
Wait, really?
Yep.
yes, really.
Yeah, that's what the fine half orcish merchant has requested.
So basically, we're here to find them, not do anything else, just find where they are, and come back and tell them.
Find where they are and preferably who's running the show.
Yes.
But if you can find where they are, that also counts. This is a positive step if you find where they are. That is your bare minimum, basically.
Shall I assume this is the morning after the night that this merchant gave us the job?
I mean, if you want to stay an extra night at Davy Jones' locker, I mean, you know.
I'm fine with that. It's just that it would be reasonable if people needed to prepare spells for the upcoming adventure.
Y'all did rest prior to the events with the merchant, if memory serves me correct.
I'm just saying, general spells aren't always the same thing as specific spells for this.
Yeah, I know.
It's okay.
I'm just saying.
Traveling with you guys, I've gotten used to the fact that I'm probably going to need to be in a fight. So, I've decided instead of being a hybrid most of the time, I'm just ready for war 90% of the time.
You know, you can invest in scrolls, right?
Do you want to pay for it?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So moving along then. Yeah, we can fast forward to next morning if y'all want to. That's fine. Let's fast forward to next morning. By the way, if you're going to fast forward to next morning, I do need anybody who's staying at Davy Jones' locker will need to provide.
I thought we already did.
We paid a week in
Yeah, they
advance.
paid for the
Yeah.
week.
Oh, you did pay for the week. That's right. You did pay for the week. You're good then. Never mind.
Yep.
Rosie paid 10, I paid her 5.
So carry forward to the next day then.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's morning. I will say it's bright and early in the morning. The sun has risen. You've had your breakfast in the morning. You do not need to subtract any rations. What is going to happen today?
I'm gonna go ahead and preemptively Oh, wrong spell. That was
Preemptively magic missile something that's spying on you. Totally.
sorry. Mage armor. I'm gonna preemptively mage armor.
Mage armor or magic missile. They're so similar, you see.
I know, right?
They're
They
in
both
the
have
list above each other. Fight me.
they both have mage in it. MAG.
Baron, this reminds me of those video games where the controls are so specific that you could end up doing something you entirely did not mean to. For example, like in GTA, if I wanted to call a taxi, it's the same button as it is to hijack a taxi, and it depends on how long you press that button. It's just what comes to my mind when you do shenanigans like these.
Tap button to magic missile. Hold button to magic mage armor.
Yes.
So I'm gonna preemptively mage armor, which preemptively brings up my abjuration ward.
Okay. Which
Is that
preemptively makes you
preemptively?
feel slightly safer.
Yes, because it can soak up 22 damage before I just die.
Make that significantly safer.
And before someone counter spells your mage armor.
Doesn't
Fine,
matter
all
what
I
the
have to
ward-
do is cast the spell. It doesn't have to pass. It doesn't have to succeed. I just have to cast an abjuration spell and my ward's up.
And before someone casts twin counter spell. Anyway, moving on.
The walls have eyes.
Probably.
I mean, I could fix this problem.
Please don't.
So is it time for us to find the...
Yes, we're going scouting today.
I have a question. Do we know anything about these kobolds?
Hey, Kraus, is he familiar with kobolds at all?
They're
Process-
they are oversized rats.
Oh,
I was going to say you would.
There were posters out saying, with the head of the kobolds and court the barracks, so maybe if we go to the barracks we could at least get some information from there.
Also, does anyone have 1,000 gold?
Yes.
no?
I'm just saying that if I could see a picture of them and we had 1,000 gold, I would need some time to buy something, but I could look for them very quickly.
Also, I lied. I do not have 1,000 gold. I forgot that I split the cash with the party last time.
I may have a fraction of 1,000 gold.
Save.
Holds
Fraction
up
of a
one
fraction.
copper piece.
Yeah, scrying's expensive. Fight me.
Yeah, it is.
Can I hit Remy then?
Can you hit me? Probably. It's not
You
very
told me
hard.
to fight you.
Yeah, it's not very hard. You could probably clock me. Anyway, well, I guess we should find oh. Yeah, we should find our kobolds. Remy's just sitting here, like, holding a letter. Fuck this.
So, are we going to the barracks?
Yes.
When you say barracks, you're talking about just the guard barracks?
Yeah, any of them. I presume there's more than one.
Oh yeah, they're all over town. Just
Yeah,
pick
the
one.
post. I picked
Literally. The closest one?
No, I picked the third one.
The third one. Oh, okay. The third one. Got it.
That changes everything.
That
He has
totally
to rewrite
changes.
this session.
Yes,
That helps, which also happens to be the closest.
which also happens to be the closest, but it's the third one because it says the third barracks on the sign right there, right?
Your
Okay.
logic confuses me.
Right. Let's see. You know what? You walk into a random barrack. Sure. It seems to be not too populated, considering that most of the people who are here have already gone out on their town watch for right
Is
now.
there anyone who looks like they're more of an administrative position?
Administrative
front desk?
position?
You know, like a front desk or anything?
No, not at this one.
Okay.
That was the 4th barracks, by the way.
Darn. I'm sorry, guys. I am so sorry.
Apology with Chilton.
So I approached around the guard and said, "Hello, I hear you're having trouble with some kobolds."
I'm sorry, who are you telling this to?
Anyone.
Anyone.
Oh,
You
anyone
just
who-
walk up to the nearest person and go, "Hey."
Pretty much, yeah. Assuming
Okay.
that
This is as if you're the NPC and he's the adventurer, and you're just walking up with the strange thing out of the blue.
If it works for them, it could work for us.
Yeah, man. Don't you see that bright yellow exclamation point above your head?
Yeah.
Holy shit, it just started pouring. Anyway.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Let's see. Kobold problem. I would dare say it's a little more than just a problem, but yeah, sure. Let's call it a kobold problem.
An advanced issue.
Yeah, we understand that there's a bounty on them, although if we are going to go after said bounty, it'd be nice if we had any information you could provide. After all, I'm sure that town would want this to be a success.
So that half orc put you up to this, huh?
I saw wanted posters.
He's
Closest
been
we looks
he's
over
been
there.
going up to anybody and everybody who looks like they know the right end of sword, try to get things done around here.
Oh, you flatter us.
All right. So what can I help you with?
Just anything you think that could help.
I mean, what more do you want to know? They're kobolds. They need to die.
Are there caves
have-
around here?
I
Here's a
approve of
picture of
this
a
man.
kobold, and he shows you a picture of a kobold.
Oh, nice.
Any
Does it look
Is
like
it
an
a
oversized
kobold
mouse?
or
It looks exactly as you're expecting it to look like, Croesus.
do you
Tiny
have
dragon.
any sort of ballpark idea where they are?
I'm sorry?
Do you have any rough idea where they are?
Are you asking this man to do our job for us?
I presume they have some vague idea.
whether or not to head north or south?
He turns
Well,
his head
consi-
and points outside the walls. That way.
Well, I can tell you that I'm gonna have a little history here real quick. That's a good roll. Well, since things changed, whenever they started becoming more organized, they started attacking from many, many different directions, almost coordinated attacks. But before then, they really only seemed to attack from one specific direction, one specific gate, one of our north gates, very infrequently.
And as you can probably tell by my accent, I'm not exactly used to this land. What sort of terrain is up north?
Not used to this land, you'll get used to it real quick. Or die trying, your choice.
Yeah, it's a shithole.
It's not really a choice.
So
I'm sorry.
what sort of terrain is it? Let me give him a slightly annoyed look.
If you like swamp, you found the right place. If you
Swamp,
like
thank you.
if you like forests, well, forests with when I say forests, I mean more like untamed jungle land type forest. Well, then you found the right place. I mean, it's not exactly the type of place I'd be wanting to take a tour, but you know, if you're out for some adventure,
if there's thick jungle nearby, then why does it seem that wood is so scarce and expensive around here?
Why don't you go out in the jungle and find out for yourself?
Why don't you tell me?
Nah, where's the fun in that?
I have a question.
Persuasion
Is there
check.
a market for maps?
Persuasion check, actually, on this. Because he's getting annoyed.
Persuasion.
Yeah,
Well,
persuasion. He's looking really irritated at your continued presence here.
Can I also look irritated at him back?
Sure, you have a really irritated face on in his general direction.
Is there anyone here who looks friendlier?
Perception check.
Okay.
You discover they're all dwarves, so no.
Oh, come on.
They all look really busy, and no. Look, we've got work to do around here. You want to go off and play hero? Be my guest. You want to find out where these stupid kobold are getting organized? Be my guest. Make our jobs easier, but stop wasting my time. And he goes back to his work.
And if you don't want to help us to help you, that's fine by us.
I'll kind of take Phil on and just kind of gently step in front of him. It's like, thank you very much for your help. We'll be going now. Before you make a problem, Philon, I don't want this guard to kill us. I know he's an asshole, but still.
He's an asshole with 20 friends here.
And
By the way, I forgot to mention there are 20 other guards in here.
Yep. Hey, they wouldn't happen to be
convenient.
in a close-knit, roughly 10-foot diameter line,
No.
would they?
No.
Marches the murder
What
hobos
about
away.
5 of those
TP
10-foot
cat.
diameter lines? Anyway.
They wouldn't happen to be in a convenient line for a lightning bolt, would they?
They must have
totally
read up on
totally hiding spellbook.
Oh, Baron, we forgot to say the reason that we can't continue tracking the book is because Iron Fog is very, very anti-magic. They're not a fan of any magic whatsoever.
Oh, they're not a fan of magic?
Yes.
That's funny.
That's an interesting point. ...
As I'm sitting here with this floating magic shield that's just circling my body. It's like, Ribby's a little sad and he's in his angry teenager angst at the moment because the one person who gave him a connection to home fucked off.
So can I ask, are any of the guards looking my way?
They don't seem to care about your presence at this particular moment.
No, but are any of them actually looking in my direction?
In your specific direction?
Am I in line of sight of any of them?
Oh yes, several of them. They're
Okay,
just not particularly paying attention to you right now.
Okay. Then I do not flip the bird at them.
Got it. Okay. Let me put it to you this way. There are 2 people... Actually, no. There's actually one person in particular that they're looking at right now. Actually, wait, no. You are one of them that they're kind of paying attention to. The other one is Remy.
I bite my thumb at them and walk away.
Oh, getting Shakespearean up on this.
Okay, there. Calm down, Tybalt. Anyway.
I would prefer to be known as Mercutio. Thank you very much.
Well, you don't get a say in this.
It beats Legolas.
Hey, he's still got those papers, man.
Okay, so where to, party?
There's one other thing I'd like to do if anyone else wants to do anything more important or anything.
What would you like to do for now?
Just a bit of window shopping. We have those vouchers. I just kind of want to see what sort of wares are available. Not that I'll be buying anything at this time.
You do have those vouchers. Why don't you give me a perception check, Phildon?
Can I help him with this?
Sure. Roll
And
advantage.
what are these
Phildon.
vouchers?
Advantage? Sure.
Advantage, yeah, because those 18. Okay, so those vouchers are good for one free item off the rack at any of that Halfworks stores.
He makes armor, doesn't
He
he?
makes armor and weapons,
I don't-
all made of iron. Shocking, I know, right?
And we each have one, right?
For everyone in the group, so everyone in the group gets one free item.
Okay,
From the store.
and we'll, to go slightly out of character, would they all be baseline, or would there be anything that's slightly more
These would be
powerful
these would be baseline.
than? Okay.
These would be baseline. So if you're looking for an additional, or if you're looking to upgrade your armor, or if you're looking to get a shield, or if you're, but there are no light armors. I would like to clarify that.
So it's not like I could find a +1 quarterstaff or anything like that. No.
No, there would not be quarterstaffs here, and it wouldn't be +1 anyway.
Okay. Thank you.
There would be other things, but just not that. Okay, so in fact, there's one just right around the corner.
Have I rejoined with the party?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll make sure.
Yeah, Davy Jones' locker, basically. Yeah, you're there.
That was it.
Okay. So yeah, there's just one right around the corner. In fact, it's just within walking. Just a couple minutes from here.
What kind of wonderful things does it hold?
That's a fantastic question. Would you like to walk in and find out?
Yes.
You walk on over. It's not a huge stall. It's more of a kind of a, looks like a. Let's just say it's about the size of a typical, like the size of everything within the stall and the forge and everything is probably about the size of probably your average gas station nowadays.
I was really hoping you'd say it's about the size of that one cabbage cart.
I could bring the murder cart back into this.
No more carts.
But I don't have a wizard to play with the dead bodies anymore.
First of all, that was Kellen playing with the dead bodies, and
Yes,
secondly,
he was a wizard.
sure, that was his excuse at the time. Secondly, the murder cart was stolen by a drow god. I don't think we're getting it back.
No, that was murder cart number 2.
Murder
That was-
cart number
Murder
1
Cart
was set
3.
on fire.
Murder cart number 1. Nobody knows what happened to murder cart number 1. It's a
It was
mystery.
set
Yeah,
on
Murder
fire
Cart 2 they
because
set on
mine was
fire,
set
and Murder
on
Cart
fire.
3 got stolen by Lolth. So we've had 3 murder carts so far.
No. I would like to point out that only one of them is a murder cart because it had the guy in it.
Yeah, the second cart had one dead guy, and then it had you, and then it had more dead guys in it later.
The second murder cart
Anyway.
that we set on fire had like 5 bodies in it.
Yeah.
Some of them had been turned to silver.
Yeah.
Some of them had been turned into other weird things.
As I said, wizard was your excuse to play with the corpses.
Ned will remember this.
Ned's not here right now.
Ned's dead.
Ned's not
No,
dead.
Ned is not dead.
Ned's having a
Thank you.
difficult day.
Also, Kellen is dead. So
Ned is not dead. He simply has a hurt head.
Callan is not dead. Callan is just having a nice little nap right now.
Callan is disintegrated.
Has he become one with the wind?
Yes, because Khaled turned
Callan
himself
is dead.
into a chunky pie.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Callan is dead.
Esper isn't dead yet.
Esper's having the nap, right? Okay.
Yes.
So okay. Let's bring this back in. You see all sorts of things behind the counter, so to speak. Let me give you a listing of things that you could probably see out behind the counter. You could see
We shop music place?
what now?
We shop music place?
No. We have no shop music. Don't have the budget for it. We've got sickles. We have a couple sickles. There are a couple daggers. You see a flail. There are several battle axes. a couple of great axes. You also see a halberd, a warhammer, a couple long swords, couple short swords, and that's it for your weapons. As far as armor, you see an assortment of armor here. Let's see. Let me start running off a list of armors you see here. By the way, all those are non-plussed weapons. Before anyone asks, they're just standard plus zeros. As far as armor, you see some shields, a couple of chain shirts. You see a chain mail. You see a ring mail. You see let's see. You see at this particular stall. Yeah, this particular stall. That's what you see.
Is there any crossbow bolts?
No, not at this particular place.
Are the crossbow bolts in other places made entirely out of iron, or do they have a wooden shaft?
I don't know. Why don't you ask in character?
Because Ghosis doesn't care as much as I do.
I'm not going to answer that question unless it's asked in character.
I cry.
Can he look at one with his eyes?
There are none here to look at with your eyes.
Never mind.
Well, I don't know if anyone else can use something here, but I'm not the stabby armor-clad person.
Yeah, likewise, I don't really say much here of being used to me.
Customers, welcome. Come in.
Hello.
How can I help you today?
We're just browsing for right now. You're the owner of the shop had told us to stop by, so we're checking out wares and seeing what all he has to offer.
You met the big guy then. Yeah. New in town then.
A little bit.
Yep.
Just traveling through.
Traveling through. Don't get many of those anymore.
I don't see why not. Your city is beautiful.
Chokes ever so slightly.
Here we go.
You get a strange look from this smith.
Okay, granted, I haven't seen a whole ton of cities, but this one's very nice.
Roll deception.
The city is quaint.
He just kind of shrugs and shakes his head. Well, it's not for me to judge. What can I do for you?
I was wondering if maybe you had some particularly leather armor or things like that, or know where that might be.
No can do in this city.
I know that you have a lot of trade in iron. Is it just iron weapons that you have here?
Iron, steel, pretty much flows like water here around here. You're looking for fancier stuff, though. You're probably in the wrong stall here. You might want to try the one a few streets down. Take a left. Take another left, and it's on your right.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much for your directions.
Is that under the same franchise of the guy's name you can't remember?
Aye, that it is.
Thank you. I will leave.
He just goes back to work.
I give a bow as I depart.
Sorry?
I just give a bow as I depart.
Oh, okay. What's next?
We take 2 rights and a left.
2 rights and a left. You turn right, you take a left. The stall is not there. Because you did not follow directions.
We follow his directions.
His directions were 2 lefts and it's on the right.
Then we do that. I can't.
I like how it's this party being sent out to find mysterious things when we can't follow a fucking direction.
Liz, that was a finely split hair you have there, my good sir.
No, it really wasn't. I was very specific on those instructions. 3 streets down, take a left, take another left, and it's on the right. I can't help it if you took 2 rights and a left. That's not my fault.
Well, you
I'm
decided
sure
to
we
be
won't
a
get
DM for
lost
us.
at
It's your
all.
fault.
Okay. Point taken. You follow the instructions precisely to the letter. You take the 2 lefts and it's on the right. Hey, look, it's an even bigger stall. Actually, it has an indoors area.
Ooh, nice.
How pleasant.
Goes inside.
Goes inside. You see what appears to be a smith having a conversation with what appears to be a guard, dressed similarly to the ones you saw in the barracks. Appears to be having a discussion over pricing of a large quantity of weapons.
Can you be a bit more specific as to what they're talking about?
I'll need a perception check if you want to go into specifics.
Sure.
Active listening on this.
Sure, I will roll this.
I mean, you can tell they're not looking for daggers or things like that. They seem to be discussing more in terms. Okay, Croesus, there we go. Yeah, they're discussing definitely more of the polearm variety with a little bit of reach. In which the blacksmith is discussing the fact that that's going to cost you a little bit extra. There.
I just got an alert that Petrikish is streaming D&D.
Oh no, I'm alarmed.
By the way, Croesus, they are looking for halberds specifically.
Oh, you're no fun.
An order of about 20 of those, and also an order for 10 pikes, which is where the problem is arising.
What's the problem?
I was expecting to hear the hooks. Anyway. What's the problem? That it's expensive?
They're haggling price right now, and they take a few minutes. The guard kind of huffs and walks out, apparently without a deal. And the smith looks over at you. Ah, more customers. Welcome. How can I help you?
Hello. We spoke to your colleague in the store down the direction that
Tavern?
we just came. No.
The one that's
Oh,
two
oh,
right
that
on
one.
the,
Okay, yeah,
on the
yeah.
left.
Yes.
Yeah.
2 rights and a
Ah.
left. Three
Yes.
streets over. And he said that we probably should come and take a look at the wares you have in your store here.
He takes a moment
Whoa,
to think. You're looking for that.
Luna, go away.
We are?
Before I show you those wares, I need to make sure that you have enough coin for those wares. Exactly how much do you have on you?
Enough.
I'm gonna need a little more specific than that.
We have an agreement with your boss.
Would you like to pull out the little coupons that you got?
I don't know, do you do that?
Pull out the vouchers. I don't know who has
That question was for Marasi.
Oh, it's
You
for
do-
me?
Yeah.
Sure. I will pull out my little voucher. Be like,
Okay.
It's yeah, we spoke with your boss and we're gonna do some work for him. We're looking around to see what our options are before we head out and potentially go to our desks. This might come to nothing, but who knows?
He takes a look at it. Yes. Okay. I see now. So you've talked with the big guy. Okay. I'll tell you what. Give me just a moment. I'll be right back with you. He hands you back the voucher. He goes to the back for a few minutes.
I rob him blind and leave. I'm kidding,
I'm hoping.
but
definitely make this a lot more interesting.
And he comes back. He says, right this way.
Thank you very much.
And he takes you to a back room, which has no windows in it, and it is a hexagonal room.
Pull out a whistle.
And
take the ball
every one of those walls has weapons lined up on it. Big weapons, small weapons, fancy weapons.
As big as your head. Little.
Yes, actually, a warhammer that's as big as your head.
Oh no.
Yours, maybe. Maybe not Crosis's, but yours, definitely.
Mine's definitely.
But yeah, there's a whole bunch of weapons in here. No armor, but definitely weapons.
And do any of them look like they have any buses attached?
That's a question that I'm not going to answer. You need to phrase it a different way.
Do any of these weapons look like they're finely made?
There you go.
Do my keen arcanic eyes and intelligent eyes think that any of these weapons are more are sharper than the average weapon, or made stronger to just crush your enemy's head slightly better?
That's a fantastic question. How about an investigation check, please?
Can I also roll on that one?
You can roll individually on this.
Okay.
You see on the price tag the exact number of pluses that each weapon has.
Nope, that was not supposed to be advantage.
Plus. Oh, Remy. Wow, okay. You know what? We'll just take the 27. It's fine.
You sure
First
you don't
roll.
want the 27?
You know what? I don't want the 27. I want the 27.
Okay.
Yeah. Marasi and Philnon, you look through the weapons and, I mean, they all look really well made. All of them. These are very fine looking weapons here. Remy.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few that kind of stand out to you. Let me list those.
Being a man of class.
Absolutely. Let's see here. Let's get you a list of... Uh-oh.
The list of cultured weapons.
Oh, sorry. No, that was an important message. Okay. Weapons. Weapons. Yes, a man of culture and knowledge. He's a gentleman and a scholar. In no particular order. Okay, I'll type these out. All right, let's roll on this. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. Well, you don't see that very often. Okay, there you go. There's your list.
I'm gonna point these out and ask the shopkeep. So these weapons, they look to be a little more interesting than the others.
Yes. Well, you see, those particular weapons were made with a slightly different metal. Recently, we discovered a new mining spot. A little more dangerous, unfortunately. So we don't have many things here that will. We don't have much supply here, but for the things that for what we do have, we were able to make a few weapons. Those weapons were made by that metal. Definitely a how do I even put this? It's a more how shall I put this? It's a metal that somehow cooled quicker than other metals, and I can't exactly explain it myself, but hey, it worked, and it definitely has a sturdier feel to it.
Hmm. How much is the Warhammer one?
How much is the Warhammer?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Give me a sec.
With the voucher.
The voucher makes it free.
This one isn't covered by the voucher.
Yeah,
Ah,
that's
yes,
what
it's
I
off
was
the rack. It's off the
Oh.
rack. That's right.
It's not off the rack. This is the backroom deal.
Yeah, that was what I'm saying. The vouchers for off the rack.
Off the rack. This is not on the rack. This is back room.
Yes.
Gotcha.
You asked about the special stuff. You went to the special stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you went to the special stuff room. It does not cover this. Give me a sec. Let me go ahead and get you a price.
50,000 GP and your firstborn child.
Yeah, I mean, Cross has been getting paid for some of the stuff we do, so.
Well, this is considering the lack of supply. I'm afraid this is not going to come very cheap here. But considering that you're helping out considering that you're helping out our boss and whatnot, let's call it. Normally we charge about 1,000 gold for something like this, but for you, 600.
Can I insight to make sure he's being how should I put it? Here, he didn't just inflate the price to make it seem like he was giving the deal.
Sure, insight check.
Aside from the metal, what makes it better than any ordinary Warhammer?
Investigation check, please.
I was asking.
Oh, you're asking him in character. Well, that's just it. It comes across as a much sturdier material. The ones that have we've only had a couple of customers really use these types of weapons, and from what I've been told, these are very, very resistant to breaking on the battlefield. It's definitely a much sturdier material than your iron or your steel, and I've been told that they can be they're a little more effective than their standard counterparts.
Okay.
Philnon, with a 13, you would not be able to glean any information.
Okay.
Remy, with your 27 rolling through, continuing with that 27, one thing that you notice with this material is that it is relative to the other weapons here. When you touch the metal of these weapons seem to be, the metal seems to be cooler.
Oh, and it's cold iron, isn't it?
No, it's not.
It's tepid iron, then.
It's a cold steel. They don't like it up 'em.
Do I get
No.
like a magical feel off of these weapons, or just a
Arcana
well
check.
crafted?
Arcana check.
Arcana.
Yes, in fact, you do.
Crosus, these weapons are magical.
Or I have one of those. Just wondering what other people it might have.
I don't know. But I don't know how effectively, but I know Marasi could use that longsword.
Could, yeah. I wasn't thinking of something quite that big, though. I have a weapon that I could use, or I have plenty of spellcasting ability. I think I'm looking a little more towards something kind of like this, maybe. And I'm hopefully could find a dagger at some point.
What's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 16.
Yeah, dagger's over there.
Something like this, maybe.
More self-defense weapon. Ah! And he goes over to another portion, and he pulls out a short sword for you. Would this work for you?
It doesn't need to be that big. I really just want something small.
Okay. Well, if you're looking for that one in particular, I would be. It's the same as anything up front. So if you're looking for just something like that, your voucher would cover that.
Thank you.
Do you hand him the voucher?
Yes.
Okay. He takes the voucher. You add one regular dagger to your inventory.
Sorry, I'm going to be a horrible person and against the party, but I believe the vouchers were for cost price rather than free.
Are they cost price?
Hang on. Did I say cost price or did I say free?
Said cost price, Trish. Said cost
I did say cost price.
No,
That's
that's
right.
fine.
I did. Yeah. So it's gonna be cost price. So it's two gold for the dagger then.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's 2 gold for the dagger. That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So you get it for 2 gold. All right. Anybody else?
Yes. What would you pay for if I were to return this weapon back?
You want to borrow it?
No, I just want to know how much I would get back if I am unsatisfied with it.
If you're unsatisfied with the weapon, we have our money back guarantee that if your weapon fails you in combat, simply return it. We'll replace it with a new one, and it's good for 6 months.
That is acceptable. I will pay 600. Additionally, I have a pound of copper that I've been carrying around for a year, and I don't understand why. If
Okay,
you
so
take
so so you're paying the 600 for which weapon?
Warhammer.
Warhammer. Add 1 Warhammer to your inventory. It is a +1 Warhammer that also does 1d4 cold damage.
I see.
In addition to its base, 1d8 bludgeoning or 1d10 if used as a two-handed weapon.
Which of course it will be. The question is, does the cold damage double on crits?
Does the cold damage double on crits? I will get back to you on that one.
Sounds
If you're just going by base rolls, yes. On crits, all weapon damage die double.
Fantastic.
I will get back to you on that one in just a couple of minutes, but likely yes, but let me get back to you in a couple of minutes on that.
That's fine. Time to add more macros. Thank you for the template, Baron, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else?
You don't happen to carry crossbow bolts, do you?
He points over to one of the shelves, fairly low shelf. It has lots and lots of various arrows and crossbow bolts, all of them pure metallic.
How much for, say, 20 of them?
For 20 of them. Not too much. I mean, we could probably part with it for 20. For 20, you said, right? Just one.
Yeah.
One. Okay. Gold and a half. If you want to use your voucher on that, though, we can cut it down to a gold even.
I'm okay with that, since that's really all that I could get from you all.
Okay.
Not most Marshall.
Okay, so you hand them the voucher and 1 gold. You get 20 steel crossbow bolts. One note with these bolts cannot, like, if you're going to try to use these to kind of catch fire and try to put, like, say, put them to the flame and say, hey, we're going to add some fire damage to that, can't really do it with these.
Yep.
On the bright side, they can't be burned in midair. So advantages and disadvantages.
It's okay.
Anybody
If
else?
I'm down to shooting my crossbow, something has gone horribly wrong.
Anti-magic field.
No, I'm good.
Hence the something wrong.
Hmm?
The anti-magic field, hence the something wrong.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh shit, our proficiency went up by 1, so I have to redo all this. Okay.
Anyone else?
I don't think so. Anyone else want to get anything?
I do have a pound of copper that I will sell for like 5 gold.
Pound of copper. Roll persuasion.
Okay, then. That's absolutely nothing in there.
I mean, we've got metal. We've got all sorts of metal for days around here. I don't think we need any more metal. That's for sure.
Fine.
Also, I hate to tell you this, but if you just put 20 copper pieces into your money bar, that weighs about a pound.
Actually, I looked it up on 50 coins is supposed to be 1 pound.
Oh, this thing is fucked.
Yeah.
Before we leave, just like to ask, I was asking about the guards if they had any idea where the kobolds were. They weren't particularly helpful. They said there was something about a swampland to the north, but they didn't really give us any more details. Can you tell us something about the region?
Yeah, I mean, I could give you a little bit of information. I could tell you that wherever this ore is coming from, it's coming from up north. All I know is our boss sends miners up there with guards, and they come back sometimes with ore. He must think the risk is worth the reward. I mean, considering the fact that these are definitely higher quality metals than your standard iron and steel.
So you're saying that they're attacked by kobolds up there?
That information I'm not privy to. That's something you would have to ask someone who's been there.
Can you point us in the direction?
I can't, but I could tell you. Well, I could maybe tell you who gets hired, which barracks they hire guards out of to escort.
That'd be helpful. Please don't say the third. Please don't say it's the third, Liz.
That's the 4th barracks. You went there. I'm going there too. No, it's not the 3rd barracks.
Let's see.
Right, are we all done here?
By the way, if you're looking to catch them, fair warning, they're not typically fond of people barging into their barracks, so I would perhaps recommend, if I were you, to catch one on patrol as opposed to inside their barracks. You can find them patrolling on the north end of town.
Thank you very much. And can I like to shake his hand?
I'm sorry, say again.
I'd like to shake his hand.
He shakes your hand.
Let's see, the +1 is also to damage. I need to put that down somewhere.
That's correct. Yeah.
If you just select it in when you're making the weapon, it will add a +1, and then if you just click to swing the weapon, you can press the up arrow in chat and copy all of that information down into the macro without having to manually change everything in the macro.
You say that now.
I'm pretty sure I told you how to do it when I first gave you the macro, but I also wasn't paying attention to the fact that you were currently making a new macro.
10 out of 10.
All right.
Well, I guess we should go find ourselves some guards.
I'd like to ram in and ask him which way's north.
I point in a direction because I've completely forgot I have keyed mind. I always know which way is north.
That's why I asked you.
North is that way.
I go that way.
You go that way. Fantastic.
You walk straight into a wall because we haven't left the shop yet.
Yes.
You run into the rack of weapons on Ye Wall North.
You take 11d6 damage.
No. The wall does not do any damage. However, all the weapons falling from the shelf cause damage. No.
Yes.
No, seriously. You exit the shop. You head north. It takes you about a good 45 minutes to an hour. By the way, the fog inside town is beginning to dissipate a little bit as the day goes on.
Okay, as we're walking like to Marcy, and I ask her, would you mind taking care of this one? My social skills appear not to be that great.
What?
I think that's you.
Yeah.
No, I think your utter failment in persuasion is a great thing. This is funny.
Just salt in the wound. Salt in the wound.
What are we doing?
We're going to speak to some guards that might be more helpful with the fact of where to go.
North. They already said where to go.
Yeah, but what was going on up north?
Yeah.
Because some of those guards are the ones who were sent to, guard the miners that went up there.
The guards who are guarding the north end of town are also the same guards that go north with the miners to go guard them. You're going to the guards.
Okay.
I certainly didn't expect them to be guarding things.
They are guarding things. They're guarding the gate to the town. They're patrolling the town. They're guarding the shops. They're guarding lots of things.
Just not
Also
the
guarding their answers and not being very helpful.
Exactly.
No. See, what that person was doing was guarding his secrets.
Exactly.
He was girding his anyway.
Wow, okay.
Hello. How are you today? Guard person.
To guard person, yeah. Which guard person? Are you talking to one at the gates, patrolling, at a shop? Who are you talking to?
Patrolling.
Patrolling.
Okay.
That
yeah.
was the suggestion
Yeah.
given to
A
us.
patrolling guard.
Okay. Patrolling, okay. I'm on patrol. What can I do? What do you want?
I was hoping to brighten your day just a little bit by saying hello and offering a friendly greeting.
He kind of stops. He puts his halberd, kind of leans on his halberd a little bit, turns a little bit towards you
I smile real big.
with a real annoyed look on his face. You know what would make my day better? And kind of gives you a kind of a forced smile back.
It worked.
What would
You
make
know
your
what
day
would-
better?
You know what would make my day better?
What would that be?
His smile turns into a really annoyed, angry look. Get rid of those goddamn kobolds.
Well, see, we're on our way to go do that, but we kind of need directions and maybe some idea of what's going on up there, so we don't end up dead.
Great,
Points north.
go that way. Yes, he does. He said he points north, and he says, "Go that way. Keep walking until you run into kobolds." Any other questions?
What's your
How much
name?
of this is question? How much of this is the guard, and how much of this is the GM?
This is the
Both.
guard, but hey, this is the guard. But hey, if you want the DM to insert Sass into this equation,
I
Just
mean,
checking.
it wouldn't be unexpected.
What's your name, buddy?
all I can say is you asked for this.
Yes, I did. Because I'm writing it down. It's been applesauce.
Last name, business, first name, none yet. Now get lost. And he keeps walking.
It's very rude, you know.
I'm busy. And he keeps walking.
Everybody in this town's busy.
Can I yell after him? Do you want to be less busy?
He stops.
Phil, Nunn, I think we should leave.
No, how can you make me less busy?
If we got rid of those kobolds, and what would help if we knew more about what was up there, the sort of lay of the land, any information you have.
Now, see, now you're talking my language. What do you want to know?
Just said that.
Yeah, but you were bullshitting with him. I was about to just be like, okay, let's cut this shit.
Right, from what I understand, there's... Okay, we don't know much. What we know is that there's some sort of mine up there that some of you guys have been tested defending. Have there been any kobold attacks on that?
Daily.
Right. From what direction? What's the sort of the topography of the area?
From that direction, from that direction, from that direction. He just kind of points all around.
Every direction.
Every direction except the sea. Thank God they don't attack from the sea.
Right.
Oneth
Do we
by
have
land,
any
twoeth
sort
by
of...
sea?
What now?
Oneth by land, twoeth by sea?
3 if by air, and 4 if fuck it.
See,
And a
we
5
never,
if a gate appears.
you see, we never had to do 3 if by air because you know what happened? We took over the airport stand.
Yes, I was going to say that. I looked at the party. Does everyone in here have a map of the area, world? To the guard, does he have a map?
You know what? This is going to require a persuasion check.
Good luck.
Okay. Just for finger of where they go. I mean, I'm not asking to own the map, just point it out on the map.
Philnon's asking. By the way, Philnon's asking. Okay. Okay. No, I don't have a map. And by the way, a word of warning. He looks right at Remy. Gets up nice and close to Remy. Looks him dead in the face.
Back away from me before I turn you to a pile of ash.
Makes an intimidation roll. Rolls not 1.
We're going to help you with your kobolds and get the fuck out of this little shithole town, alright?
A word of
Just
advice.
walk away.
Oh no, that was the wrong words.
By the way, that's not encounter.
Actually-
I'm making sure this
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
this way.
Yeah, I
Let me,
got you.
Let me... Let's see what happens. I say that and I just walk away. I don't listen to it.
Wonderful little party we have.
Just keep walking north. You won't miss them. Perception check from passive perception for everybody in the party.
I believe I'm
17.
at 15.
Let me rephrase the question. Anybody 15 or higher?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
For anybody, Marasi?
What?
Passive
Passive.
perception.
16.
Fantastic. Everybody can hear this. Kind of mutters to himself. Won't miss you filthy mage casters.
Oh,
Who's
you
this-
Is there like a place I can duck into that wouldn't be in direct line of sight of him?
Active perception check, please.
Put a hand on Magnus's shoulder. Just kind. Nope. We're walking. We're walking. This
I
is
was-
their house.
I was expecting him to say filthy tourists. But okay.
Tourists were not brought up, so filthy tourist is not in play.
That means that we don't look like tourists. Petrie.
Your deception is failing here,
I'm
Petrie.
trying my damnedest. No one wants to talk to me.
Just because you're a tourist.
I'm
Nobody wants to
being
go to
friendly,
town.
and no one here wants to be friendly. What kind of town is this?
The kind that's not a good spot for
One
tourism.
made of the blood of dwarves. What do you think?
The irony of that statement is that you're not far off from the truth.
Ha! Irony.
Unintentional.
I personally thought it was
Metal
made of
pun.
iron.
You're not unintentional. 22. Remy.
Please.
Um,
Yeah, mate.
Remy. Nearby, no, but you know, if you you can kind of make a makeshift kind of, no, GFJ, no, the moment has passed. You can kind of keep yourself out of sight with a little bit of moving of some boxes and some stuff. You could kind of be out of sight, out of mind if over in that little kind of between two shops kind of place over there.
So,
Remy, what are you
here's the
doing?
really funny thing about suggestion.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't have a somatic component, which base rules means that unless he sees me cast it, he doesn't know I've cast it. Also doesn't say in the spell that he knows that I cast the spell on him.
Okay.
I'm really tempted to just stand behind him.
I will tell you that
I suggest you go fuck off.
if you do this, I'm gonna need a stealth check at advantage. If you choose to do this.
Nope, I'm gonna let it go.
Okay.
I'm gonna be. I was also very tempted to just be like, hey, do you want to see something really cool? And then dimension door his ass 500 feet in the air and drop him. But it's okay.
That would be funny.
Hey, do you want to live like a bird? Birds are cool, right?
Okay, guys, I think it's time that we go to the north, away from this place, to keep you all out of trouble.
All right, so you're heading north?
Yes.
Are you heading out of town north?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
As we approach the gates, I'd like to ask the party. I presume the gates are guarded, right?
Oh yeah, it is heavily guarded, with a giant door, I might add.
I look to the party and ask. Actually, I ask. Should I give it one more shot trying to get more information?
No, we just need to go. These
I
people
know.
are ignorant. Anyway, is the door closed?
The door is currently closed. Yes.
Walk up to the door. Can
You're
somebody
approached-
open it?
You're approached by two guards. State your business.
We're going north to kill your fucking kobolds.
One of them kind of looks you over. Looks over the rest of your group. That slow nod of approval. Knock yourselves out. I tell you what, you bring back some skins, maybe we pay you for them. Use a few pelts on the wall.
Sounds nice.
I'll keep that in mind.
And the door's open for you. It takes a few minutes as they are huge doors.
Don't worry, guys. Me as a player is fluent in asshole, so I can do this.
And the passage is open for you. You are free to exit town. You also see guards on the other side of town. Or the other side of the door, yeah. The other side of the door. There are about 20 guards on that side of the door.
I look at the rest of the party and say, yeah, I'm not really used to cities, but doesn't that look like a quite a number of guards, more than one would usually see.
Really rich area.
Not so much about rich as it is about protecting the city. We get kobold raids daily. You wouldn't be prepared?
What sort of things are they attacking with?
Mutter under my breath, well, maybe if you had some goddamn mages, you wouldn't have to worry about it.
And before they heard that,
They didn't hear
I
that.
didn't hear it.
They didn't hear it. They rolled poorly. Well, pretty much nothing too fancy. Some various things like scimitars and short swords, things of that nature. Nothing too fancy.
Any particular tactics they've been using?
Recently, they've been trying to do more raiding than straight attacks on the city. They do attack. They get close, almost as if they're trying to distract us and make us think that they're trying to go in one direction, which is really odd behavior for kobolds.
Can I roll a check to see what I might know about kobolds?
Let's start with your knowledge of the world, or your background knowledge prior to joining the party of the world,
I was
specifically of this continent.
this continent particularly. I don't know. I was a professional cartographer, man. I made maps.
You made maps. I'm going to allow this check. Give me, what were you looking to check again?
What I knew about kobolds.
I'll allow this check at disadvantage. Give me a disadvantage check, history, please.
Disadvantage history check. Okay. My start screen decides to open up for no reason. Oh, wrong thing.
Just roll it again. Oh, that works. 14. Some information. You would know that individually kobolds are not very difficult to defeat, but in packs they can quickly overwhelm those who are unprepared. Now, in terms of kobolds, they typically stick around in small packs, maybe like small tribal type packs. In terms of their structure, though, you would have no idea, other than they kind of act as if maybe a little bit of tribal, you know. They have a very clear leader, and then they have, you know, everybody else is like, you know, it's. I'll put it to you this way: this behavior that they're exhibiting sounds very foreign to what a kobold would normally do by themselves.
Alright. Well, these kobolds are acting weird, so at least we can do is figure out why they're acting so weird.
You can go talk to him and ask him.
I like
no
that option.
kobolds.
Do they speak common? That's the party though.
It doesn't matter.
You have no idea.
It doesn't matter. I speak kobold.
They probably speak,
You speak Draconic?
Draconic.
I also speak Oh shit, they speak Draconic. Looks down at language pool. Oh crap, I forgot that I have a crap ton of languages.
I've got
Wait a
comprehend
sec.
languages, therefore I speak
I
anything.
know Draconic. We all know Draconic.
And you know Draconic, and you know Draconic. Everybody knows Draconic. God damn it.
I'm still a couple of levels off that.
It's okay, but if only Smiles was here, he could speak Draconic.
Yes, can confirm.
Gee, I wonder why.
On the road again.
His
He learned it from his parents.
His brother was a kobold.
No. That's a great
And your
insult.
father smelt of elderberries.
No, that's not an insult.
Hang on, Remy
is to
doesn't
a
speak
dragonborn.
halfling.
Kobolds are adorable. No, maybe that's
You
an
only
insult
say
to
that
Smiles.
because you only say kobolds are adorable because you play adorable kobolds.
You're not
Mhm,
wrong.
No, Remy was gonna speak Halfling, but Naura told me that because of the place I came from, Draconic was a really important language
Yep.
to
Yes,
the Iron Isles, and
That's
I
correct.
didn't know that beforehand, so I switched that out for Halfling.
that's okay.
Or the other way around, I switched it out for Draconic.
Yeah, okay.
That's
Because
okay.
I'm gonna take all the nerd languages: Celestial, Infernal, Abyssal, Primordial, Sylvan.
And now when we encounter a halfling, we won't ever know how to speak to them. Well, how to
But
ask
I am a
them to-
halfling.
Yes,
I'm a
I know.
halfling.
But do you speak halfling?
Yes.
Okay.
It's kind of included in being a halfling. Either way, it is time. I mean, if nothing else, we can, as we're walking, we can go over and we can figure out, we can observe a little bit. We're supposed to scout anyway. So we'll see what's going on and we'll see what type of issue is making these kobolds act abnormally. And if it's a problem that we can fix, make the kobolds go back to normal, then we fix the problem. If not, we kill all the kobolds.
We're only here to. Our patron only asked us to obtain information.
Right, so we
Yes,
scout.
but the guards are offering to pay us money for their hides.
So we'll see we'll see what happens.
I mean, would it be so bad if this town burned?
Yes, it
You know-
would be a terrible thing when the tourism empire
Because
starts
it would
here.
be a loss of, it would be a loss of life, which would be horrible. But you know what we could also do is if we find this said mine, we could always steal some of that ore that they're mining.
That's a better idea.
Fine.
Because if it's really fancy and it's that cold ore, that could probably fetch a pretty price off from here.
It would.
I have no interest in mining. If you would like to mine, go for it. I will not help you steal things, though.
I've mined before. It was to collapse a tunnel entrance. It's fine.
Yes, digging out a tunnel and mining ore are the same thing.
It was a worked stone tunnel, my dude. I collapsed the entire thing. It took a lot of effort, and I was exhausted afterwards, but it's fine. Don't
We
worry
also
about
did
it.
that under the Mages College as well.
Yeah.
Oh, let me wait. I want to make sure I get this straight. Your previous experience mining is collapsing tunnels.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. In that case, I nominate you to go down the tunnel.
No.
Moving on, northwards.
Oh,
Alright,
the road
so-
again.
Yes, well, there is no road here, actually.
It's
It
not-
goes out for about a mile, and then the road just stops, and it's just you enter what appears to be a very swampy area.
Well, I'm gonna be actively making a map.
By the way, this terrain will be swamp area is considered difficult terrain in this case, based on the depth of water.
Hang on.
You can
Um,
walk on water.
Yeah, I was gonna say, would I have like solid ground I could step on every 80 feet or so?
Keep in mind that if you're not back on land at the end of your turn, you fall into the water.
Yeah, that's almost about 80 feet.
Why don't you roll an active perception check on this, and let's see if you can make this work.
I'm rolling awful today.
What'd you roll as I'm currently setting other things up?
7.
Not that you can tell.
I mean, we should probably keep an active eye out to make sure we don't get shanked in the side by a roving band of kobold.
Yeah, at least that would give us some information. Philman looks absolutely irritated at the events of the morning.
Oh yeah, ever since we left that town, like a little bit of arcade energy just crackling. There's no need to be assholes. Everyone can be friends.
I mean, sometimes there are, but not in this instance.
Why do they hate magic so much?
Ours not the reason why.
'Tis but to do or die. Into the valley of death words. Anyway.
We're not wandering into any valleys, are we?
No, you're in
We're
a
not
swamp.
600.
We are
You're no,
fine.
you're in a swamp.
Into the swamp of the death in we go. Or wherever, however it goes.
I used to have that entire poem memorized.
Whether there you were. As opposed to weeb that you are. Anyway.
Alright, so you're traveling. It's gonna take you a little bit longer to travel now because things and stuff. Alright.
Watching for kobolds.
Okay. You're watching for kobolds?
Mhm.
Perception check active, please.
Okay.
And that's when we get surprised by the swamp alligators.
May I also search for kobolds with Aeon?
I mean, I've already rolled perception, but I'm basically keeping out for anything, because there could be more than kobolds out here.
Anybody who
that's-
wants to search for kobolds or dangerous things can make your roll. GFJ and Marasi have already made their roll.
I still want to be a part of it.
I'm not
much.
disadvantaged anymore, but a 9 still sucks.
Yeah.
Better than my 8.
Oh!
Wow.
Magnus coming in with a 14. That's for Aeon. And
And Magnus, I guess, will look as well.
Mhm.
Marks as well.
13. Okay, so Aeon is going to be the active lookout right now with that 14. Okay. Very good.
Can I roll up? Can I keep my pass at 17?
No, this is going to be active.
Saface. 1 second.
Natural 1. Natural 1. Natural 1.
Join the
natural
party. Join the party.
Let's see.
Croesus's danger sense is tingling or something like that.
Yeah, GFJ.
He's seen too much. He's seen too much shit in this world.
one. Croesus steps on a swamp mimic.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you wanted 17, that's for sure, Croesus. All right.
I'm talking to Philnon.
Oh,
I guess
cool.
we're both distracted.
That's
Okay.
keeping in my passive perception. Anyway.
Okay. So, traveling north, and the swampland kind of starts getting more and more. You start seeing some various plants and whatnot. The swampiness becomes less swampy, and the terrain changes more towards a jungle area.
Ooh, trees.
How far away from town now?
You are a good few hours out of town, like say 4 or 5 hours. It's past noon. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, a little bit. So, this is pretty well heavily vegetated, and can't I just get wood from up here? There's something going on.
I'm sorry?
If it's just kobolds making all this mess, that they can't come out this far. I mean, why
Yeah,
not
but the
hire-
kobolds... The kobolds seem to be a more recent issue. I mean, their lack of wood and other natural materials seems to be going on longer.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that is.
By the way, who's in front?
Croesus.
Probably
Croesus.
close to the front as well.
Okay, Croesus and anybody who's in front, the path splits. Looks like the jungle kind of has, with your 17 perception, Croesus, you can tell that it looks like some trails of. There's some very clear trail paths, I guess you could say. Not really so much road as much as it's like, hey, people have been walking here, or at least humanoids have been walking here. It splits in two directions, left and right.
Pick a direction. I said to the person behind me, which would be Remy.
Left.
Left, okay.
Left.
You go left.
But wait, can there be a stone wall that we can stab a sword into first?
Oh my god.
Can there be a what?
Continuing on.
No, seriously, that sounded like something I needed to know. What now?
He's making a joke about when
Leaf stab
Leaf.
a wall.
Oh,
and
yes, okay.
broke their magical sword.
Yeah.
Oh dear, someone tell me about this after.
That's it. That's all there is to tell. Leaf stabbed a wall with a magical sword, rolled a nat 1, and broke their sword.
It was in the pathway where we could go left or right. Some of us flip a coin, and Liz was trying to be helpful by putting a handprint on the left side. Leaf got very interested into this handprint and decided to stab it with a sword. So
A rapier, no less.
yes.
You know, like a very pointy, thin piece of metal that's easy to snap.
Yes.
And a very expensive one at that. That was a very fine rapier.
Made of rim metal.
She
And
was
gotten
very
off of a rim captain.
She was very surprised when it broke. The rest of us just walked on. Well, some of us were. Some people stayed behind to, I don't know, do shenanigans. And then from the right side came a whole bunch of Driders. But that's a story for another time.
That is a story for another time. Let's keep moving here. The path now goes, or at least this trail seems to go in three different directions now. Left, center, straight ahead, and right. The right path, however, splits hard to the right. Like, it's not like gentle curve to the right. It's like it just sharply turns to the right.
Do any of these paths look like they might have been made by someone walking in armor or carrying a lot of tools, or like miners might have made these tracks?
That's a good question. Let's get a check on that. Let's get a because this is technically tracking. Let's do a. You want to know if they were made by creatures in armor, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do a nature check on this. $22. What sort of armor? Are you talking about like guard armor, or are you talking about
Like guard armor. I'm looking
Guard
to see if I can find the tracks of where a recent guard expedition with miners might have gone.
Yes, actually. That would be straight ahead.
Go straight.
Croesus
Okay.
was that.
You go straight.
On the road again.
Croesus, with your 17 from earlier, watching out for things, you get the sense. You're getting the sense that you are being. That you may be being watched right now.
Okay.
But you don't know by what.
I just look around, trying
And
to
not-
get...
And to be clear, not by one thing, but by several things.
I see. We're being watched, I mother. As I attempt to look around, see what's looking at me.
There's a lot of forest in the area, lot of jungle. You don't see anything. You can hear the rustling of some brush and whatnot to your left. What seems to be like scurrying away.
I will just keep my warhammer out, just for now.
Okay. You approach another section. Right in front of you is a big tree, like really big tree. Like you're not going forward, big tree. This is a tree that has been here. Marasi, you can appreciate this tree. This tree has been here for well over 100 years.
Yes, I do appreciate
This is a grand tree. Probably about 20-foot diameter tree. It's a great tree right here. Definitely is higher than the canopy of what's above you. You can go left or right here.
Which way is north?
North is where the tree is.
Which way do I see any continuation of those like guard heavier footprints?
Nature check, please.
Nature.
They go left.
Left.
Alright.
I'm gonna laugh if we do a big ass loop.
No, you see, we did 2 lefts and a right this time.
No, you went left, straight, and left.
Which means we could technically do a giant loop. Alright, so continuing on.
Hey, Croesus.
Hi.
Remember how you were keeping an active lookout for things?
Yeah.
Your active lookout has paid off. You see some corpses in the middle of the trail.
Humanoid?
I'll do you one better. Human.
That's like humanoid.
That is like humanoid, except even more humanoid than humanoid.
Didn't you say that the tone was mostly dwarf?
Dwarf
I
and
said it was
human.
a mix. Human, dwarven. There were several different races that I mentioned, but humans and dwarves are definitely the most populous in this town.
Gotcha.
There were a total of 2 half-orcs when we were in that town. Now there is only 1 there. So, I would be surprised if we found a half-orc here.
There are no half-orcs in this group of bodies, at least that you can tell. These bodies have been completely stripped of anything that they were holding. By the way, Remy, as you were tracking earlier, the trail stops right here. These kills are fresh. As in today fresh.
Well, I'm going to full alert.
Any of them look like guards? Oh,
Investigation.
they've been stripped of everything.
They've been stripped of everything, so you can't really tell.
Too bad the guards here don't have arm tattoos like the military.
Can I check to see if I can figure out the cause of death?
Medicine check.
Sure.
Two to the chest. By pointy bits.
Like melee ranged.
looks like maybe something that would come from perhaps a spear or a similar object.
Gotcha. I take the dodge action.
Well, this is grim.
Let me confirm one thing real quick for you, because you were asking for the types of weapons. Yes, it would be from pointy bits like spears or daggers, anything with that would stabby, not blunt, not
Not
slashy.
not
No,
bang
in
bang.
very very pointy objects. Yes,
Or sorry, not bang bang, not bam bam.
but stab.
For those of you who have watched the Flintstones, not bam bam. Anyway.
No, anyway.
Well, we should probably continue on forward. This will probably lead us towards the camp and the mining camp, and if anything decides to screw with us on the way, well, may the
Question,
gods have
does-
mercy on their souls.
Question: does anybody in the party have danger sense?
I do.
Okay, I need to know going forward.
I
One
have
person
danger
has
sense.
danger sense. Okay. Very good. Moving forward with this then. Okay.
The monks sure have danger sense as well.
He doesn't
Okay.
have danger since he has evasion.
I thought you get one at higher levels. Let me check.
Danger sense is the only thing that matters in this particular moment, and that's why I needed to check that.
I guess you don't get danger sense. Okay, good to know.
No, danger sense is a barbarian thing.
We found corpses basically, and
Yeah.
was asked for danger sense.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Your danger sense is not pinging just yet. At least not directly to you. It's more like, okay, these kills are fresh. That's all you know right now.
Yes.
Yeah. That's it. The path continues if you like to keep going down the path.
Well, look, I don't know. Should we bury these guys at all?
On the way back. We don't have time now.
By the way, who is inspecting the corpses, please?
I was.
Who is Philnon?
I was, yeah, I took the medicine check to see their cause of death.
As you are checking, dexterity save, please.
Oh, joy. I took the dodge action earlier. Do I get advantage?
You do, yes. $17 will be just good enough. You, as you're checking the corpses, you barely notice in time a very crude bear trap like trap next to one of the corpses. You almost step in it, and you quickly retract your leg.
Okay. Yeah, I point that out to the rest of the party, and then can I check if there's any other traps about?
Perception.
Sure. Ah, nice.
None that you can see, just the one.
Okay.
At which point, your perception, however, does give you additional information. You hear a lot of scurrying away from you.
There's something around here running away.
Like probably about 8 to 10 in number.
Right. Do I see any sort of rocks or branches or anything I could use to trigger the trap? Just have a snapshot. And
Yes.
lock
Yeah, easy enough.
the trap? Yeah, okay, I'd like to lob something at the trap to make it spring shut.
It springs shut just as you intend. It is of no more danger now.
Can I inspect the trap to see if it's like it's craftsmanship? See, like, does it look like it was more ruggedly made, or does it look better
Investigation?
Sure. Just trying to see if it's like, something that the kobolds might have made out in the wild, or sorry, investigation. You said
Investigation. looks to be very crude in nature, almost haphazardly crude. This does not appear to have any level of craftsmanship to it.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Mhm.
Do I know which way they were running?
All around you and away from you.
Okay.
When I say all around, I mean to your left and to your right, away from you.
Rather than forwards at all, or behind?
Not forward or behind.
Okay. I'd suggest that someone who speaks Kobold yells out some word of greeting or something right now. They're going to be within earshot if that's what I hear them scurrying around.
Draconic. Hello?
No response.
I don't
Quietly
think
as
they
I
care. I think
can.
they just want to eat us.
I know I don't speak Draconic, but can I sort of tell Remy's tone there?
Not that you can tell.
Okay.
Rossi popping comprehend languages, okay. Oh, sorry, okay.
I'm
Uh,
trying
pers-
as quietly as possible.
Who are you hiding it from?
The general area around.
Everyone?
Sure. We'll hide it from
Including
the party. Why not?
Okay, entire party perception check, please, if you want to.
Doesn't really matter if they hear. If it's more, I try not to alert people of the things we're hiding from.
Okay,
That's still in GM, but that's a 14.
that's okay. I still need one more from, I need one from Magnus, please.
What if I don't care enough?
Okay, that's fine, that's your choice, you can take one. Yeah, nobody notices as far as you can tell, Petrie.
Okay, so I'm listening.
Yeah, you can choose to take one if you want. That is an option. Alright, what next?
I couldn't say. Anyone objectify the bodies?
I don't care. We should
There's-
probably move on pretty soon.
There's nothing to loot from the bodies.
Okay.
They're completely stripped of anything of value.
Okay.
I mean, organs are valuable.
Not to whatever. Okay. Anything
Probably
on
not
their
in this time period.
anything on their person.
What sort of terrain is to our left and right?
Jungle.
It doesn't look well traveled, looks very thick.
Very thick, yeah. Well, thick enough to where it will impede your progress. You're going to be going even slower than you're going through this. Like right now, you're going normal speed through the trail area.
Mm.
It's difficult terrain if you speak off this. If you step off this trail.
I need to check something here. I ask Remy how good climbers are kobolds.
I'm not sure, but I don't think we should get off the trail. I think that opens us to attacks that would
Yeah.
hinder us.
I don't know, I was thinking if I took up the tree line, but I don't think you guys could follow me very well. I'm not entirely sure if my kid wasn't doing it either. But yeah, whatever it is, they know we're here, so... Assuming that is the kobolds.
Let's just continue going and see if they're brave enough to show their faces.
Okay, so you're gonna keep going down the path
And I'm checking for traps as I go.
and checking for traps as you go. Got it.
Traps, any sort of sign of any ambush of being watched. General, any sort of paranoid danger sensing.
Okay, active perception. Active perception in that case, if you're gonna do that.
Right.
Hey.
Natural 20. Okay. You keep going down the path then. Path splits in two different directions on this one. I'm sorry. It is one straight and one to the right.
I shrug. I normally bear left, but there's no left here, so.
Then follow the leftist.
That would be the center.
Why don't we just continue going north?
Which way would be north?
Hey, Remy.
Yeah.
Which way is north?
Which way would be north?
North would be to your right.
In
To
that
the
case,
right, to the right, to the right, to the right.
So what direction would be forwards then?
That would
West.
be west.
Okay.
It would be your leftmost path.
We'll go north. They told us north.
Okay.
So you're going north then, is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. So you're going to the right then, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You continue down the path for about 10 minutes or so. Oops. No. Okay. Let's see. You continue down the path for about 10 minutes. Yeah. Croesus, at this point, I will say that your danger sense, your danger sense is now tingling.
do we know that?
Yeah. So, let's see. You reach what appears to be a dead end.
Is the dead end indicated by a corpse?
No. It is
Not yet.
indicated by what appears to be a cliff right in front of you, and the top of the cliff way above you.
Oh, so we're at the
Could you-
bottom
so-
of a cliff.
You are at the bottom of a cliff. That is correct.
Okay.
Right. How high is the cliff?
I would say at least a good few hundred feet.
Any sort of ledges anywhere?
Say again?
Any sort of ledges anywhere?
Are you trying to climb it?
Well, more like run up it. See if there's like any place I could stop every 40, 80 or so feet.
Perception check. Not that you can tell.
Are there any cobalt tracks around?
Nature check, please. Let me know what your number is when you roll it. 20. Who's making that check? Remy's making that check. Okay. Not tracks, but again, you hear kind of a soft rustling of the branches or the brush near you.
I'll call out in Draconic again. Greetings.
No response.
I have food.
No response.
I have something shiny.
No response.
I'm out of ideas, guys. I told them I had food. I told them I had something shiny. I said hello.
I run 20 feet up the wall, then back down.
Have you considered that these might not be kobolds that we're hearing?
Yes, I have. And out of frustration, I whack the F fork.
I'm sorry, say that again?
I whack the F fork.
No response.
Hello. Common.
Croesus, your danger sense has absolutely gone crazy, at which point attacks of opportunity happen.
The
First
common
one,
that did it.
first one is against Marasi. That will miss. Next one is against Magnus. That's a cocked eye. That's a natural 20.
It misses.
No, I'm afraid that one does not miss.
Strength of will. It's,
This isn't going to hurt
The
much.
power of denial will compel thee.
every single time someone has told me this is not going to hurt much, it hurts a lot. Come on.
Okay. Well,
This is
considering
why you
what-
don't trust doctors. They
This is-
lie.
this is. Marasi, would you like to comment on this statement?
On what?
Well,
Let's just move on.
the doctors in this campaign.
Strength of will? I mean,
No, the doctors in this campaign
That
lie.
wasn't a doctor, that was a nurse.
yeah, it was
That
definitely a
took
nurse.
my-
The doctors were fine.
Okay. Okay, so this is gonna be. So it's gonna be 3 plus. Okay. It's gonna be a stone hits you square in the jaw, Magnus. 9 damage.
Does this mean Madness is stoned?
Next one is against Philnun, who tried to run up the cliff. 18 to hit.
Misses.
The fourth one is against Marasi. 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
You take 5 damage,
Okay.
bludgeoning. A rock hits you in the stomach.
Ow.
Fifth one against Remy. 22 to hit.
Yeah.
6 damage.
Bounces off the ward.
Bounces off the ward. Seventh one is against. Actually, doesn't matter who that one's against. That one's gonna miss. Last one against Croesus.
Anything 17 or higher hits.
Anything 17 or higher hits? Okay, hang on. That is going to be 18.
That hits.
Okay, and that's going to be damage. Minimum damage, 3 damage. Bludgeoning.
That's an outrage, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. That ends the surprise round as I give you a board to work with. As kobolds spring forth from the brush behind you. You've been ambushed by kobolds.
Do we have a map? We have
You
a
do
map!
have a map, actually.
You're so
As-
kind!
I know, right? I have a map. Let's roll. Let's everybody roll some initiative, please.
We put our tokens down first? Oh,
I
we're already
did
there.
put your tokens down. Look at this. I came prepared to this session. Looky there.
I should have
I'm
rolled up.
suspicious of that.
Oh, that
Um,
means that there's some extreme significance. Oh, we're all gonna die.
Hey.
Hey,
Oh, those are really good rolls. Wow, my rolls are terrible.
Hey, GFJ,
Maybe we're not.
click on
Yep.
your token. Click on your token, and then roll initiative again.
Wow, my rolls are shit. Look at
my
these
token.
rolls. Ooh, these
Well,
rolls
let's
are terrible.
me just add one for him since he rolled a natural 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you need to get your token on the picture. It is the thing. So,
Yeah, that's why I took it there.
yeah.
okay.
So just click on it and then roll initiative, and then
Sure.
you can edit you can edit it to be a 25.
Okay.
So he actually rolled 25 to begin with?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and then I'll move you up the list. Okay. 25. Okay. So, well, 4 of the 5 party members are going first. Okay. We're going to start with that nat 20 then. We will
Wait.
start. What? Wait.
I said wood.
Yes, woot.
Yeah.
We're going to start with Philnon and the natural. Well, actually, we had 2 natural 20s on that. Natural 20 will go ahead then of the non-natural 20, so that means Croesus will be second. So we will start with Philnon.
Okay. Just want to check their distances here. So 40 feet or so. You said they were throwing rocks, didn't you?
They see. Yeah, they were definitely rocks that hit you. They are holding slings, all of them, but some of them have put their slings back in exchange for daggers.
Right.
So the front line is using daggers right now.
Oh, they don't have pikes.
Sure.
These do not.
Okay.
From a more civilized.
Are we on difficult terrain or nah?
Nah, not right now. This is basically trail.
Okay. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, I'd like to move up and then just take a defensive stance and sort of just glare at them, not attacking yet.
Okay. So you're going to.
Yeah, I've moved myself.
Okay.
Taking-
Okay.
I can't move the other one at the top.
Don't worry about it. I got it. Next, Croesus.
I rage! And then I go right there.
Okay. A game of whack-a-bold. Oh my god. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's play whack-a-bold. Let's start. Left or
How
right?
bold of you.
I know, right? Which one do you want?
Hang on 1 second. Apparently my macro bar is too damn long. I need to deselect things.
Oh, okay.
And then the one is on the left.
The one that is on the left. Okay, let's start with that one.
There we go. There we go. Let's see. Since I'm raging,
So this one, right?
this one.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
That would be I'm using reckless attack naturally.
17.
And that's apparently not rolling the attack. Those are damage rolls. Frustration!
Okay, so that one. You rolled the attack. That's 17.
The attack
Ooh,
is...
20 was an yeah, it rolled.
Yes. Oh, there's 17. I put it.
That's okay. That hits. How do you want to kill him?
By playing Wacko Bowl.
Like a kobold, you basically smash your newfound warhammer into the top of its head, which proceeds to find its head now caved into its chest cavity, and it falls over and dies.
Okay. And that's the one on my right. At advantage.
How do you want to kill that one?
Well, I smacked that one overhand, so I'll just smack this one from the side.
And
So it
he
just
goes,
flies into the bushes.
and he just goes flying into the bushes and dies.
I'm out of my. I used my bonus 2 rage, so I can't use that again. Sad face.
Okay,
That's the end of my turn.
Marasi.
I got this.
Fake news.
I have a brilliant idea.
Marasi is casting
Fairy fire.
fairy fire on everything.
On just these.
Just those. Okay.
Just those. Now, what I also want to do is
Mhm.
call out very loud. If you move out of the fire, you will explode. Stay here. I need to talk to you about something.
Deception check.
Hey.
What language? Draconic? Sure.
Doesn't matter right now because comprehend language is in play.
Yeah, it's let's see. It'll be in common because I can understand them, but they can't. I don't speak their language. That's tongues, not comprehend languages.
Oh, okay. Okay,
A
so
little bit different.
hang
So
on.
it is in common.
In common. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
And it's
let's still
deception?
get that deception
Yeah.
check. Okay. So first off, let me get the dex saves going. Let's start with that. Wow, this is gonna be difficult throws for them. That won't matter anyway. Yep. Oh, natural 20. And that one work. Okay, 2 of them actually pass. We going left to right on these. That means this one right here will have fairy fire on them. That one right there will have fairy fire on them. The other 2 do not. And the deception check of 28. Actually, make it intimidation. Yeah, it should be intimidation because you're trying to scare them into staying put.
Trying to
Yeah,
scare
let's
shit
make
out
it.
of 'em. Light them on fire, but it doesn't burn. That's okay. Looks like fire.
I'm trying to think of how I'm going to roll against
Magic
this.
fire.
Wow,
Wisdom?
they're going to have. I'm going to have to nat 20 this, actually. Okay. Hey, look at that. First roll nat 20.
Damn it!
Look at that.
As long as I
That's
get
not-
one, we'll be okay.
Well, you got 3 out of the 4.
Hey.
So, yeah, you got 3 out of the 4. They had to nat 20 this. With that roll. They are intimidated. So we are going to go with intimidation, intimidation, intimidation. There you go.
So, for Phil and I who may not know, the green dot ones, you have advantage to hit them. And there is
Okay.
a square of fire. It looks like fire.
If I enter the area, will I be affected as well?
Nope.
Question, Petrie, can you repeat what Marasi said to them, the specific intimidation?
I told them not to leave the fire. Stay put.
Or they'll be exploded?
Yeah.
Okay. Remy, your turn.
I'm gonna step forward. 10, 15, 20, 45. Yep, that's good. And I feel like everything's going just a little too fast as I reach into my pocket and take a little bit of molasses
Uh-oh.
and just rub it across the upper part of my lip. And as I do, I just go, in Draconic, I go, you need to really slow down. And all
Slow
6
slow.
of them need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Fantastic. What's your DC?
My DC is a 16.
We're going left to right, top to bottom, in that particular order. So that's a fail. That's a fail. DC 16?
Mm-hmm.
That's a pass. That's a nat 20. That's a fail. That's a fail. So 4 of them fail. So
Alright.
we're going to list this as... Because I said left to right. So the 2 middle ones are okay.
Alright.
So the left and right ones are the ones that are caught in the slow. Okay.
Yep, their AC is a -2, disadvantage on dex, or -2 to dex saving throws. It can't use reactions, and it can only take an action or a bonus action, regardless of any other abilities or magic items.
Mhm.
That's my turn.
Okay. This one is panicking right here. It is intimidated. I'm going to make a roll to break intimidation. Marasi, let's see here. I'm going to base this off the intimidation roll that you rolled earlier in the turns. That's a fail. That one takes no further action. Or no action at all. This one... also intimidated. roll not good. Takes no action. Magnus, your turn.
Glorious. Okay, let's see. What's that web or on these
Slowed.
two again?
They're
Oh,
slowed.
okay, got it. Sorry.
Mhm.
Okay.
Let the debuffs flow.
I am. I am going to cast Magic Missile.
Magic missile. Okay. Describe who the bolts are going against before you do rolls, please.
Alright. This one,
That's the first bolt.
This one.
Okay. Second bolt. Okay.
and this one.
Third bolt.
I'm not gonna attack that one.
So you're doing 1,
Yep.
2, come on, 2, and 3. Make your rolls, please. Yeah.
Excellent. Magic Missile. And,
You roll
Good
each
work.
one
Come on.
individually. Yeah. So give me 3 rolls, please. There you go. This one in the middle dies. How do you want to kill him?
Just a plink to the forehead.
Blink to the forehead, and he just falls over and dies. Next, it's my turn. As the one Petrie that you did not intimidate, shouts in Draconic. Very high, kind of almost like a high pitch. She would lie!
You just called me a she-witch?
And he runs out of the circle, takes a dash action, and attempts to flee. I'm going to remove him from the field for just a moment. Oops, hang on. We'll try that again.
It's okay. He got his full 30 feet away. Poor bugger.
Next, based on that, Petrie, I'm going to say that because that one ran out and he did not explode, none of the rest of them are intimidated at this point, because they see through there's proof of deception being broken at this point. So intimidation is broken. This one is not slow. And he had his dagger out. He's going to dash action and get away. He will run. This one is slowed. This one's going to try to run a little bit. He can barely move. 10. Let's see, movement speed is... Okay. He can move there. And he is going to take a defensive stance. And nothing else. It's going to go to the top of the round, round 2. It's going to be Vilnon's turn.
Okay, just checking range.
That
Okay.
would be an attack up to day from the slow kobold.
It would.
No, I can't
No,
take
it wouldn't.
reactions.
Can't take reactions.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They can't.
Although I'm not going to do that. I am going to, first of all, walk over here to this guy.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to make an attack with my staff. I can take a non-lethal attack, can't I? Just to knock
Non-lethal.
him out?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, you said he was taking a defensive stance, so it'll be disadvantage.
Yeah, he is taking a defensive stance.
Sure. Where's staff? Two-handed. Oh, sorry, that should be. I'll roll again.
It's most likely going to be that 11, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be that 11. That will actually... hang on. Based on the fact that he is slowed, it hits.
Okay, so he's downed.
He is unconscious.
Okay, I'd like to go down here and do the same thing to this guy.
Do you get 2 attacks per round?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually get core stuff, two-handed, no roll.
15
Also,
will hit.
Also non-lethal.
Also non-lethal, he's also unconscious.
And then for that guy, I'd like to use my bonus action to make an unarmed attack against him.
Okay.
Again, non-lethal.
Again, non-lethal.
Advantage.
Advantage 12.
Not that it matters.
Doesn't
it's
matter.
28.
28
Yeah.
hits.
He's also unconscious. They're all unconscious. Battle over.
Cool. Those ones that ran.
1 ran. No, 2 ran.
Yeah. Those. I'm gonna yell out in Kobold. I told you you would explode.
Did they explode though?
They're about to fucking explode.
Oh no.
What are you doing?
I popped it in the chat. I fireballed them.
God damn it.
Oh my god!
Still not standing right there.
No, it's the ones that ran.
Oh.
The ones that
Fine.
ran.
Yes.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
ones.
I just yell out in Draconic, she told you you would explode.
You know, I was about to turn to him. He's like, "Can you please help with that?" Thank you
The question.
for
Actually,
reading my
no.
mind.
The question is, do they have partial cover or?
It
do they
doesn't
go-
matter. It's fireball.
It-
It reaches around
It
corners.
doesn't matter if they succeed on that roll or not. They are exploded in a fiery crisp.
Right, but I'm just saying that cover gives bonuses to their deck saves.
No, it
Doesn't matter.
It
The
gives
damage.
bonus to AC.
It does. Okay, guys. It doesn't matter. Their health is below half of that damage, so it does not matter. Even the save won't matter. They fry to a crisp. As does a part of the jungle. By the way, good job. You've deforested that area.
Good.
Yeah,
Chuck
small
Thurston
little
is
clearing.
fine wherever he is. Anyway,
How many creatures are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
There were 8 total in this fight.
9 left, though. I need to read something.
There are 3 down, unconscious.
Can I just say that I was very casually walking to them, past them as I knocked each of them out?
Just casually beating them in the head.
Yep.
Nope, we should tie them up.
I like to group and say, do you think these guys will give us any more information on the soul?
I'm sure I can talk to them.
Yeah, well, we could also talk to the soldiers, but
I feel like the soldiers would just kill them.
we can do that later.
I mean, we
Yes.
tried talking to soldiers, they didn't give us much information.
Oh, they're probably not going to be much more helpful than they were before.
Oh, well, any buddies we can light stuff off.
By the way, Croesus, your danger sense has subsided completely.
Cool.
Anybody with a passive perception of more than 10, which would probably be the entire party,
Yep.
Mhm.
can realize there are a whole bunch of scurrying feet that just ran the fuck away.
Well, there goes diplomacy.
I mean, they did hit me with a rock.
They hit all of us with a rock. Hit me in the jaw. That hurt.
They missed me.
I
I
mean,
say that out of character.
So let's move them in a little pile and tie them up.
Okay. You're gonna let me move your marker for just a second. You move them into a pile, and they are restrained. Slow wears off at this point, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Although they're probably still unconscious.
They're unconscious. Oh, they're very unconscious. Yes, they're very unconscious.
So, can I check if there's anything lootable off them or any of the other corpses?
Say that again.
Is there anything worth looting off them or any of the corpses?
I mean, if you want daggers and slings,
I could actually probably take a sling.
This kobold skin.
yeah, you can loot. There are 1, 2, 3. You killed 6 of them. You killed 3 of them and knocked 3 of them unconscious. So there'd be 6 slings available.
Yeah, I presume they're not like minus slings or anything because they're just normal slings.
Just normal slings.
Yeah, I'll take a sling.
Nah, I'm not going to declare that as a minus. Nah, that's just regular. They're pretty easy to make anyway, even a crude. Yeah. By the way, your fairy fire has also dissipated at this point, Petrie.
Yes.
I want to slap this one I'm standing in front of awake.
Which one? Sorry.
This
one?
Okay.
And I'll point my staff at him.
You slap him. He starts to come to, and you just in Draconic you hear shrill voice. Ah, not hurt.
I won't hurt you. I'm saying this in Draconic, but I point over to where all the scorch marks are. We told you if you ran, you would explode.
No. He's stupid. He ran.
Yes, he very stupid. Why are you attacking people?
They steal.
What
You
did
steal
they
too.
steal? We haven't stolen anything. We've just been walking through the woods.
You like them?
I am nothing like them. Actually, I wanted to kill one of them, but what did they steal from you?
They steal our ore. They steal rock.
Do you think you could take us back to meet your shaman or leader so that we could settle this?
Persuasion check. At advantage based on the fact that, well, diplomacy at the end of a weapon and tying them up and everything probably will lead to a very strong and swift conclusion.
Did they look hurt at all?
I mean, it's very persuading.
Oh, they're very hurt.
Oh, okay. They're hitting up with the cure wounds.
That roll advantage? I don't know.
You roll normal. You can roll advantage, basically.
Pat.
Okay. Which one did you heal, by the way?
The one who's talking.
The one who was talking. Okay. That's fine. His wounds heal up very quickly. You helped catch thief.
Yes, we want to be friends, but we need to speak to your leader. As I lord over him, take us to your leader.
With that look in your eyes, like, you will take us to your leader, or you will die. Yes, take to shaman. Shaman will tell. Shaman will guide.
Describe said shaman.
Shaman is kobold like me. He very wise.
Good to know. I wonder if he's dexterous. Anyway.
You are a sick person right now.
Hey, I got tired of having fireballs thrown at me and not being able to throw them back.
But now it's like, Pigback's a bitch, ain't it?
Yeah. So, just gonna... You should lead us to your shaman.
Can I lead while tied?
I'll take a rope out and tie his hands, but leave his feet, everything else unrestricted. I'm just gonna tie him to me.
Okay, you do so. That's easy enough. Are you gonna wake the others, or are you gonna leave them there?
No, I'm gonna walk him out of eyesight, then turn around and point back towards Marasi and say, kill the rest of them.
What language are you saying that in?
I'm saying that in Elvish.
Okay.
Which part of the party may understand? Elvish is a very common language.
Yeah.
Yes, but I'm hoping this kobold doesn't speak Elvish.
I
You don't know.
responded.
This kobold could be a scholar and a gentleman. You don't know.
Could be.
I
Why he's still
I am
alive.
sad. I do not speak this language, so I cannot object.
I respond in Elven. No, don't do that. They are I should put it. It would not be befitting to attack an unarmed, defeated non-combatant.
I agree with Phonon.
Fine. I just thought we could kill them, take their pelts back after this is all said and done.
Besides, even if they were trouble, even if I do say myself, those other guys went down pretty easy. Yeah, if they become trouble, if the worst thing they do is run away.
I'm not
The
worried about
worst-
them being in trouble. I have ways to fix that.
Everybody in the party would feel the ground shake ever so slightly.
Hmm.
It's
The
just
co-
a
the,
trap.
the
Leave
one
it
co-
alone.
the one kobold who is currently conscious suddenly has like his face was panicked before. Now it's like his face is losing color, and he is trying to run as if completely and utterly spooked by the moment that the ground starts to shake. But he can't because he's tied to you, Remy.
I take the dodge action.
What was that rumbling?
Ah!
Deep breaths, I will keep you safe.
He, if he sees us, we dead.
If who sees us?
Big thing, big club.
Details.
He big like tree.
That's probably big enough to leave.
Yes, we should probably leave. Lead us to your shaman.
Yes,
We will keep you safe.
yes. Tribe safe. Follow.
All right.
Wake, friend. He points to his other kobolds.
Yep. Let's see. Do I have a way to get them back up? Probably.
You could just kind
smack
of.
'em awake.
Here's
could
what I
just-
do. Here's what's going to happen. I tuck them under my arm, and we go.
Oh, nice.
There you go. That works. Yeah, that works. You will
Um,
not need to roll anything on that. That's fine.
And then, since I don't speak Draconic, I ask, once the conversation's ended, I ask the rest of the party to fill me in on what they've said.
I'm essentially trying to translate the best I can for everyone.
Okay.
I'll pitch in and translate when you're in the middle of talking too.
Okay.
I am curious as to why the guards did not mention this thing. It doesn't sound very subtle.
Well, they may not know it's here.
It was just one rumble, or
One
was it-
singular.
So like a footstep.
Sorry, say again.
So like, could I think it was like a heavy footstep or something?
That seems to be the way this kobold is describing it.
Okay.
Like it would be of a giant creature. Something very large and not to be messed with.
He'll join.
Does this mean it's a giant crab?
Attack its weak point for massive damage.
Alright, so the kobold leads you to what appears to be almost like a tribal village. Hey, look at this! I've got a map for this already too.
When we get close enough to eyesight, I'm gonna cut his vines and say this was just precautionary, but I trust you.
Okay.
Before I presume I'd see Remy go to cut the vines.
By the way, you'll be approaching this area from the southeast.
Sorry, I presume I would see Remy go to cut the vines.
Oh, I don't know, Remy.
I'm not hiding it.
Okay.
Okay, I go and stop Remy, and then I just untie the rope.
Okay, well either way he's free. So
Yeah, let's not waste perfectly good rope.
The rope has just been cut. That rope.
Shotman here. You wait here. And
Would you like to be taking your unconscious friends with you as well?
I woke them up.
you what?
I woke them up.
Oh.
Slightly awake
You woke
kobolds.
Yes. Come. And the kobolds scurrying off into one of the huts, and you hear nothing for a couple of minutes.
I see him next to the tree. Can I?
By the
One-
way, just so you know, this token right here, this spot right here, is not a valid space to stand.
Okay. Well, it's a tree, right? Can I?
It is a tree, unless you're climbing the tree. If you're climbing the tree, then that's different.
Yeah, how tall's the tree?
Tall enough for you to run up.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
run up the
short
tree.
enough. Yeah, you can get there before 80 feet. Yeah, you're good.
Do I have enough that I can it's not too thick that I can't see out?
Yeah, you can see out.
Okay.
But there's no one outside right now.
Hmm.
You do, however, see what appears to be a face of a kobold in one of the huts who's looking in your general direction and looking very scared right now.
It's not quite in a 40. There's not a lot of them quite in a 40-foot radius or diameter. Damn.
You do know you can just start normal fires, correct?
Calm down.
This
Calm
is
down.
an emergency plan.
Let's try talking to them first, and if you don't like the answers, then we can blow them up. But first, let's be
I
nice.
don't want to blow them up first. I'm just planning ahead.
He
Things
just
never
wants to
go
blow.
to plan with us.
He just wants to blow them up after we talk with them, right?
What
Yeah.
language are we talking in right now?
I'm
I see.
whispering in common.
I say in Elvish.
You're speaking.
Maybe.
I'm sorry. You're speaking in Common or Elvish? I just want to confirm.
Probably Elvish, whispering what I'm saying to Magnus since he doesn't speak Elvish.
Okay, so you're doing Elvish and Common then, for the ones who can't speak Elvish.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's both. Okay. Very good. Okay. Can you give me a stealth check on that, if you would, please? If you're whispering.
Okay. Stealth.
At normal is
Not
18.
advantage, so 18.
Yeah, 18. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
Good Remy. Maybe we shouldn't be, and I say this in Elven. Maybe we shouldn't be speaking in common. Why not halfling?
I don't speak Halfling, but Elvish works pretty well for us. There's only one of us here who doesn't speak it.
Do you speak Draconic? Or not Draconic, no, that's a bad decision. Dwarvish.
No.
Nope, I speak none of the small people languages.
I speak
Alright,
anything.
Hey,
in
I
the
hey.
next
speak
hour.
all of the small people languages.
Whoa.
Dwarvish people are scout, not small.
I've got
Get
gnomish.
it?
Kobolds are not, however.
I translate into halfling for Magus.
That works.
This seems pretty straightforward to me. We can just go there, remove the shaman, so to speak, and just set the rest of it on fire.
Out of this hut right here comes a single kobold who appears to be dressed differently than the other kobolds. He has a staff in hand. He also has what appear to be very, well, for kobold at least, very fancy decorative type of clothing. By that I mean he's got straw on his shoulders as opposed to nothing. This is a fancy boy. He's also wearing what appears to be a hide, a headdress with a base hide, and then kind of like things kind of up from there. What appears to be, let's see, just various knickknacks and things like that. And he approaches about halfway, and then he stops.
Sorry, where's he at this time?
He is at. Give me a second. Let me put a kobold figure down real quick. Put one down. He is over here.
Okay, I would like to say wonder to about how far away is that? Yeah, I've run down the tree. Yeah, I'll go by there and like to kneel before him.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow Philnon and just bow. I'm not gonna kneel, but I'll give us bow.
Okay.
So I can get to right there.
I follow, and I do nothing.
I will follow.
Greetings, great shaman.
Marasi, do you do anything other than just follow?
I'm listening and paying attention.
Magnus, what about you?
Hmm. I don't know. Maybe I should move there.
I'm sorry? Oh, you're gonna move there, okay. And anything
I mean,
else? Or
I don't know. I'm just listening and trying not to interrupt.
Okay.
I don't really
Okay.
have much to add or say.
okay, that's okay. I just want to make sure. Um,
Actually, now that I think about it a little bit,
mhm.
can I have Aeon sitting very obviously on top of my head?
Yes, you can.
And
Aeon,
now
sits
I
over-
will do nothing.
Okay.
Can I ask what there is to the east?
Forest, jungle.
Okay.
A forested jungle.
This is almost like a small clearing in a sense.
Okay, gotcha. Just wondering how viable it is to run to the if we need to exit.
Other than the way you came in, no. It'd be half movement, basically.
Okay.
The shaman looks at the two of you that showed him respect. You do not steal our rock.
No.
Is he speaking in Draconic still?
He's
Yes.
speaking in common right now.
Oh, interesting.
Ah, good.
Why are you here?
To make peace.
You make peace with Fireball.
It's
We
true.
warned your people that if they ran from us from the fire they were standing on top of, they would explode. We did warn them ahead of time.
He ponders this. Then they are stupid and deserve to die.
Your
And
wisdom
you're-
is renowned.
You're a very wise leader.
Why do you come here?
We wish for there to be peace between the settlement here and your people.
Then you stop stealing rock.
How about we do not wish to steal anything, but would there be an arrangement we could come to? One that would allow for the miners to continue mining, but for you to get something in return?
No rock. Other things maybe, no rock.
Why is the rock so important?
Rock make big thing angry.
The rock make big thing angry.
What big thing?
The lack of stealing rocks is what makes the big thing angry.
No, steal rock make thing angry.
Gotcha.
Where is the thing?
What?
Everywhere. He is tall.
Tell us about the thing.
It is big. It is very big. It is
Can you-
tall. It has big club.
Can
Does
you
it
draw the thing?
Like us, but bigger?
It is. Look at tree.
Yes.
Look at tree.
Mhm.
It's bigger.
Okay, do I see any sort of...
And he points to a tree that's about 100 feet tall.
can I... Insight to see if he's, like, exaggerating or anything?
Sure, insight. Inside him. Mhm. It may be slight hyperbole, but this is
not
definitely a tall
Can-
boy.
Can I think if I've heard of any creatures like this?
He is basically, you won't really need to roll on that. He is basically the what he's trying to describe here is he's trying to describe a giant
Yeah.
of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
I was joking when I said it was a hill giant. Just
So,
you know.
out of curiosity, if say Big Thing was to go missing and never return, would you
If
be okay with Stone then?
We be very safe. We be very safe. We might trade.
Hold up. How do you know the stone makes the big thing angry?
He don't know. He just angry.
I think
Can I
it's
insight that?
Yes.
Sorry for all the insight rolls, everyone.
No, you're fine. 26. You cannot detect any. You cannot sense him lying with that statement.
um.
I'm gonna roll
Chris,
anyway,
I
but
think it might be. I think it might have to do with just the excess like activity around here. The thing might be territorial.
I presume, can I see any sort of sharp stone or anything about? And assuming I can, I go up to it and hand it to the chief and ask him, "Can you draw a big thing?"
he thinks for a moment. And he takes and he starts to draw what appears to be two trees. And in the middle of them, the two trees, is what appears to be a big human. And the way he draws it is that he draws it as if the human figure is twice the size of the trees.
Hmm.
Okay.
The scale may be a touch off.
Can I ask the GM to be a bit more precise on on a touch?
When I say a touch different, the earlier statement stands. The hyperbole of
Okay.
not as tall as the trees is the statement. The point here is this kobold is scared to death of this thing and thinks of it almost in a reverent godlike status.
Gotcha.
In that you do not piss this thing off under penalty of death.
Could I make a nature check to see if I could determine what kind of giant might be found in this area?
You want to make a nature check on that? I'll allow it at normal based on your background of cartography.
All right. This should be interesting. Let's see how this goes.
Since I have the research background, can I roll on this? Or sage background?
Say that one more time.
I have the sage researcher background. Can I roll, see if I came with anything while reading in the monastery library? Any sort of...
What sort of sage background, though?
It's the researcher background.
I'm
can I pop the card?
I'm gonna say no to that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll against because research.
Yeah. No, that is sort of
No.
legends or anything?
Not quite, because what is like? What are you doing with your? Okay. What are you doing with your research? Like, what is your specific area of research?
All right. No, it's just a case of like any sort of legends or anything I've read idly when I was on
I'm gonna have to go no on that one, but
Sure.
Remy's good. That 27. Yeah, you are definitely looking at something along the lines of probably a hill giant. Nothing that is too dangerous on its own, but to wee little things like these kobolds, who are very primitive in nature, one hill giant could probably devastate this entire village within a matter of seconds.
So, I'm gonna turn to the rest of them. I believe we might be dealing with a hill giant in the area.
Is this something we can take on, or it's not too big for
I
us?
feel like we could take it, but it would definitely be hard. But I think it is something we might be able to eliminate without causing any due harm to the good, fair kobold people.
Do you think?
I switch to Elvish. You do understand we're here to do harm to the kobold people.
I thought we were here to find them. That's all we were hired for. That's what I was
And
told.
still in Elven, we're here to find out who's leading. We still don't. I'm gonna keep talking to them if that's okay. And I presume, is it okay at the party if I continue conversation?
It's fine with me.
Sure. Oh, great Cobalt leader, I must ask. These lands are vast, and though you're a great and powerful leader, I would like to know, are there any other tribes of kobolds around here, or...
Yes, many tribe.
And I look back into, say, an Elvish, even if we get these guys on our side, that won't be enough, because he can't guarantee the safety of everyone.
I
Although I
wouldn't.
say it, although I say in sort of like a more grandiose time, like I'm sort of praising him, sort of like
If
despite his
Well,
own deception.
well, many, but last, one less now. One less. They very stupid. They, they, they do not protect rock. They think rock not important. They crush.
And you are not stupid, you are very wisely.
I protect rock. I do not want to die.
And
I
wait,
think if we take the head of this giant to the other kobolds, we could probably get them to fuck off. I say this in Elvish.
This leader is looking very nervous at the open talk of killing this giant.
We're switching to Elvish. We're talking about that.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, he
Sorry.
just
Okay, never
switched
mind.
to Elvish.
Never mind. Okay, I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
and if this big thing weren't a problem, would you think that all the other kobold villages would also leave the people alone?
I think if we scared them, yes.
I
Because
was
the
saying
thing
that
is-
to the chieftain.
He's looking very nervous right now about open talk of killing the giants.
This is still in Elvish.
No,
That part wasn't.
no, that part wasn't. To
Yeah,
the
okay.
leader was not.
Right.
Ah, okay.
I'm just saying, just testing the waters.
He's looking very nervously around as if looking for he's looking up towards the top of the trees all around him right now.
Guy follow his gaze.
Perception check.
Dun-dun, dun-dun.
No, nothing.
I say in Elvish, if you're so interested in just finding this village, then why do you seem intent on killing a giant? That seems much more work than just finding this village.
Because I would really rather not start a war between the kobold tribes and these people. Like, the guards are assholes and some of the people are rude, but that doesn't mean everyone here needs to be part of a war.
You do understand that there has been a war going on already, and that we have been sent to help end the current.
I would
Yeah,
We
think.
would not be starting anything new.
See, I would think our mission here is we're sent to scout, so we scouted. We know a little bit more about what's going on. But in this instance, it seems like we can help out most by allowing access to the mines for the town by helping out the kobolds with their issue with this giant.
That's.
I'm
So it
assuming
seems
that's
a
still in
win-win.
Elvish, right?
Yeah, I'm
It's all in
talking
Elvish.
Elvish to
Okay.
the party.
Okay.
And I say that in Halfling, so Magnus catch up. I reply, yeah, but that's a separate job.
Maybe.
Correct. It is.
But I also turn back later and say, by the way, we've heard great tales of recent strength that the kobolds around here have been grown much stronger. Can I ask, what has made you so much better at fighting?
He kind of freezes at that statement, unsure of what to say.
As in, he's too scared to, or doesn't know what I'm talking about?
There appears to be genuine fear in his eyes.
We strong.
We can protect. Nothing to fear.
Must protect. So you're trying to persuade him that you can protect him from what he's about to say?
Yep.
Persuasion check, disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage. You are smaller than giant.
Although I'm not asking about the giant, I'm asking because it's
That was a little hint, I think. Anyway,
Well, just a little. um,
yeah, but as far as Finland's thinking, like, the kobolds have been more organized, and just because they had a threat of a giant wouldn't mean that they had the knowledge to be more organized. So I'm thinking that there's some
constant
sort of
threat.
order here.
Constant threat of giant. That giant, smallest giant.
So there's more than one giant?
More, yes, more than one.
oh, that would
Many
really
giant.
really
This
would
giant,
be
this giant is smallest of them. He like his shiny rock. He protects his shiny rock. We are told to protect.
You're told to protect by whom?
By giant foot that want to crush us. We protect, we not get crushed. Other village over there get crushed because they don't protect shiny rock.
Two questions. First of all, have you seen other giants yourself? Secondly, where do you take the rocks that you recover?
No, we take no rocks. We take no rock. We
As
protect
in-
rocks.
As in, there are people who take rocks out of the ground. I assume you attack those people and bring the rocks back.
Yes, yes we do.
Where?
Back to where they mine it. We take it back to where Giant want it, back in his pile.
Well,
We take our rock back to where we found you.
Oh, we were pretty close. Nice.
No, there are different. What he's trying to say is that the miners have been mining in different areas, and the villages are set to protect different areas. The miners that we passed by were mining at the cliff we were at. That's why they waited until we got there to ambush us. Am I in the ballpark?
He nods.
So there
I
you
think
go.
we should take this news to keep any more rock from being taken.
That was our job. Although, and I'm talking now this year, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, with the person who's leading these kobolds, I'd say that just because there's a giant, that wouldn't explain why they've been more organized.
Actually, it could. Giants aren't exactly stupid.
Oh, you think they've been leading them? More than just
I think
intimidating?
they might just be scaring them into being better. They train more, they fight more, you get more used to fighting.
I mean, I feel like the giants are gonna have to go anyway. If the town wants the ore, the giants have to go. It's not the kobolds that are the problem here. The kobolds are a symptom.
That's true. I just
Alright.
think that if we're gonna fight giants, we need to make it an actual job.
So so we had done our job right now. We're scouting. We now know more about the issue. We go back and we tell our new half-orcish friend about this problem and see if we can get a larger army or the guards themselves to get out of the town and to go do the job.
One
But,
problem. These are not the leader. The alleged giant would be the leader he's looking for. We still have to find him.
Oh, we just need to know what was leading them, not exactly what they are. I
We
think
will
we've
fix-
done our job.
Yeah, I mean,
We were specifically asked to find the location of the leader, and if additionally what the leader was. We know he's a giant. We don't know where he is.
well, so that's that question then. And I'll switch over to True Draconic. Where is? Do you know where the big stompy creature is?
Always near rock. Always within sight of rock.
It is good. You need to protect the rock.
Yes, we told to protect rock.
Right.
And how many big stumpy things would you say there are?
He kind of looks around as if he's kind of scared again. He's very scared again. Don't know, but and he's just stops mid sentence, his face now full of terror.
I'd like to walk up to him. Not if it's
Do
not
I
written
see
on.
him looking at anything specifically?
No, it
Cool.
like just glossed over stare as if he's seeing something that's not you, almost like he's recalling something.
Hmm.
Right, so it doesn't like any sort of a sense of possession or anything, or mind
No.
control. Or...
No, you see,
PTSD.
you see giant in armor. You run.
How tall is a kobold?
I would say halfway in between a halfling and a regular sized human.
Okay, I'd like to, walk up to him and then put an arm around him, give him a reassuring sort of half hug.
You give him a what? Half hug?
Yes, side hug thing.
Side hug.
Side hug. Okay. That's a bit.
What you do?
It's
You are wise, leader. We will be. It will be safe. All will be fine. You make wise decision.
I haven't kissed so much ass since I was working.
I was not aware you did that kind of work. Good to know. Sure seen it from when you were talking with Felder.
He kind of awkwardly looks at you. You know Still Rock, we don't have problem.
Deal.
We know Stillrock.
Then we have no problem.
Philnon, I think we should leave.
Thank you, sir. And then I spy, and then I, yeah.
He
move
quickly retreats to his hut.
Felon, you do realize now that when miners show up, he will be thinking of you as personally betraying him, correct?
on. Yeah. I mean, and then I say in Elvish, honestly, those guys aren't that tough. I'm kind of surprised the guards had so much trouble.
Just
I mean,
means
I
the
don't
guards
think
are
any
less
of them's-
tough.
Yeah.
In Elvish, it doesn't really. In all cases, I can lead any group of people back here fairly easily. There's not going to be much of an issue with the kobolds, but we need to have a conversation with our employer about the giants.
I'm surprised they weren't aware of them. Giants, as far by the name, aren't exactly the most stealthy of things. They should know this.
At which point the ground starts to shake a little bit again.
Which
Basic.
direction?
East of you.
I suggest that we have a receive for this giant ourselves. So that
Sorry,
we
could
can
you
have.
repeat that?
I suggest we see this giant ourselves so we have something better than kobold speak to bring back to the employer.
That's gonna be risky, but okay.
I am comfortable.
I
with
have
that.
an idea. I might be able to get line of sight.
Points to Aeon.
I don't think Anne should go visiting a giant. That just seems like a poor idea.
I'm just gonna do something rash.
Well, Aeon can fly. It doesn't have to be within 10 feet of it.
Oh, I'm so tempted to do something rash.
Go for it.
Aeon turns to you, Remy.
Mhm.
Still on Magnus's head.
And I don't want to put you in any kind of danger. I say this in Sylvan, sure.
You're going to risk your life for an immortal creature. That's very heroic of you.
So what I'm gonna do is, as after those rumbles, I'm gonna.
Just one.
God, this is that rumble. This is fucking stupid.
Mm.
Straight up, and then reaction featherfall.
What are you going to do? Oh, okay.
Shot himself out of a cannon.
And look to the east and see if I can see this giant.
Yes, you can.
Hang on. You can take 2 creatures, can't you?
I can take
Well,
a
actually-
creature with me, but
Well, actually, what you see is not the giant itself, but what you see is perhaps it's the end of its club.
okay.
It's not too terribly far from here, probably a quarter to a half day's journey from here.
Well, after a minute, when I get back down to the ground, so,
Sorry, did I come as well there?
sure, I could target multiple people with Featherfall. It's fine. So the giant's not bigger than the trees,
What else?
but it's
how-
about a day, quarter day there.
It's not that far
did
away.
you see this giant?
I couldn't. He wasn't taller than the trees, so the canopy covered him.
Okay. We're still going to have to see the giant. So I suggest that we go that way.
If that's what everyone wants to do.
Do you think we have any chance of asking the kobolds if there are any more kobolds out that way or any chops?
I don't think they want to talk to us anymore.
True. Yeah, let's go.
We're heading in that direction.
Okay. You follow the trail, or you follow a trail, as much east as possible. Considering one of you has keen mind, you can do that pretty easily.
Yep.
Let's switch, shall we? Back to world map. Let's see. It's now sunset. So the light is beginning to dim a little bit. You appear to be closing in on the location that you believe to be where you spotted the giant.
In this case, I suggest that we start moving silently, so to speak.
Well, I'm also going to point out that I won't be able to see if it gets much darker.
What time is it?
Sunset. You've got about an hour before it goes dark.
I'd
Let's
rather
see.
not fight in the dark.
I believe halflings can also see in dark.
No.
Nope. You and me, Croesus. We can see, but nobody else can.
Actually, Madness has a pseudo dragon that's like seeing in
Okay,
dark.
Aeon can see.
And I can see through Aeon.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
It's
Alright.
it's
So if I look
important.
through Aeon, I can see.
I was just gonna say I've eaten many carrots recently.
And I can create light for us. That's not the issue. It's more so fighting in the dark.
I would very much suggest not using light when we're trying to move silently. I thank you for your offer, though.
Also, if this thing might be going to sleep, so it might not be in the area that we saw. It was patrolling.
You hear what sounds like, or you feel the ground shake, much, with much more intensity than before.
Well, we can move that way and use what's left of our light. We've got about an hour.
I would move very, very silently at this point.
Stealth checks for anybody who wants them.
Me.
Yes, please.
I want to be stealthy. I am
Nat 20 from Philnon.
kind of
Wait.
stealthy.
17 from Marasi. 16. Nat 20 from Magnus.
Too
Nice.
bad I don't have
Magnus.
this.
He
as
is a.
small-
He is, wow, everybody's stealthy here. 16 is going to be our target then. Okay. Okay. Got 2 Nat 20s in here. Philnon and Magnus are like the knight. They
For
are Batman.
precedence, the squishy wizard is the one that's not stealthy.
I'm fairly stealthy. That wasn't a bad roll.
That really wasn't a bad roll.
Just
That's
didn't.
that's
I
pretty
don't
good.
have much of a bonus.
Yeah.
Yes. No. I'm just saying you'll be the first one to be spotted. Is all.
Okay. So,
No
okay.
worries.
Do you continue to approach?
Yeah. As long as there's glide out.
Okay.
By the way, how tall are the trees around here?
At least a good 100 feet tall. Or at least the canopy is about 100 feet overhead.
Good to know. So the giant is slightly shorter.
Definitely shorter than 100 feet, that's for sure.
So who here has ranged attacks?
Me.
Me.
I have javelins for some reason.
Because if we have ranged attacks, I can trap this giant.
Of course, I can just go up to it and break its face.
I mean, I could just knock it prone.
Prone.
Look at that.
For those of us with ranged attacks, prone is bad.
Keep in mind that big giants can pick up bigger rocks to throw at us. Much like how the kobolds were using slings, they can just use their arms for much bigger rocks. Is all I'm saying.
Speaking of that, do I see any rocks around just as we're going that I can use as ammunition for my sling?
Sure. We can pick up probably 10 rocks along the way.
Thank you.
We can also just pummel it to dust.
I kind of want to see Philnon try to punch it for the kill. Right now, I kind of want to see this.
I mean, I don't know what your chance, but I'm presuming they don't have very high decks, so yeah.
We'll find out.
They might actually have, high AC.
Oops.
So when we see this thing, are we all just gonna jump it?
I suggest that we see what it is before we decide that further.
Alright, well let's see if we ever see it.
Hey Remy,
Yes?
if we do have to jump it and you need to trap it, I think it's also a good idea that we keep it quiet so it doesn't alert any of its friends to come and help it.
I won't be able to keep it quiet because
I
both
will.
of those spells are concentration, but
I will.
I can very much trap it.
Good. You trap it. I'll keep it quiet. Should make sure we do that in tandem so we get it taken care of as soon as possible.
Why do I feel like Gulliver being captured by the Lilliputians, or the Lilliputians capturing Gulliver?
Yep. So Liz, can we get eyes on it?
As you approach it, you see something unfolding in front of you. You see what appears to be a small group of humanoid creatures, not kobolds. Looks like a group of perhaps dwarves and humans who are approaching an area.
Okay.
That's odd.
Looks like they start to mine something. At which point, you hear a giant thud, and the swinging down. You hear a giant thud. Like, so you see these miners mining. Like, you see them. You don't see the giant yet. Just out of nowhere, through the trees, a giant club smashes down and kills four of the 6 of them on the spot.
Do I see like a hand or anything attached to the...
Oh yeah, there's a hand attached to it.
Do we see the body of the giant?
Not yet. It's still in the trees, basically. Oops, no, not that one. Sorry. No, you don't see the body attached to it yet. No, not that one. Sorry. Go ahead.
And no one has seen us, including the other guards, miners, whatever they are?
Not to your knowledge. There's only 2 of them left right now.
And what are they doing?
Attempting to flee.
Remy, I think it's time.
I need to
At
be
which
able to
point,
see it.
at which point, the club swings down again, smashing one of the 2 survivors, instantly killing that one.
How
At
long
which point, the giant comes out of the trees.
There we
All right,
go.
so
Can you describe
So
this
I'm gonna-
giant for a change?
yeah, let's
Yes.
see what.
It is about a 75-foot tall giant. It is truly a giant. It matches the description of, yes, a hill giant. It is wielding a large club. Very, very large. Probably the size of a tree trunk.
I would very much suggest that we do not fight this giant.
How big around is it?
The club?
No, the giant.
How big around is it?
Like, how many squares would there be around
What's
it?
his size category? Is he trying to say?
His size category is huge.
I can't remember how many squares that is.
I
That's-
believe that is going to be 3 squares in size. Let me double check. I've got the
Yikes.
confirmation. I believe that is 3 squares in size.
I would like to point out that at 75 feet tall, that those are really some fucking huge trees.
Yeah, I told you that some of these trees were 100 feet tall. Like, he's
Yeah.
taller than some trees, but he's shorter than others. I'll put it that way.
I'm just...
Mhm.
75 is really, really tall. It's just what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, he's tall. He is a tall boy.
I suggest we run, but if needs be, I could probably down this guy. I think.
I doubt it. I think we should leave because I can only cover an area around him because I've only got 10 by 10 feet panels. He can't go through those 10 by 10 feet panels, but I think he could step over them.
Yep,
Though
probably.
he wouldn't be able to see them, so it'd be really funny if he fucking tripped.
And trying to silence that is useless. Well, maybe not. that'd be an interesting thing. Can I put a sphere of
Nice.
silence in the air? Probably.
I think you can target an object or a creature, so you could target like his something around his neck.
Center on a point I choose. Hmm.
So you could choose his head, any creature or object. This would be tough. This would be very tough.
Any attempt we make to save that last person is going
He
to kill their...
continue. The giant continues to approach that last miner,
Mm.
and then he stops, and his head turns towards the turns towards Remy.
Fucking knew it!
Fuck off. Make
I
me
rolled
resist.
17.
Yeah, make a charisma saving throw.
Wait, hang on. Let me make sure who he spotted. Let me make sure, because I've got.
I rolled a 16, so he
oh.
definitely spotted me.
Yes, plus that is. Oh, hey, Marasi and Croesus, you've also been spotted.
Yeah, cool. Also,
So,
fuck
I need
off
to
from
make-
me.
Okay, so these are. You're trying to banish him.
Yep.
Charisma saving throw. Okay. What's your spell DC?
16.
I rolled a natural 19 on yours.
Oof.
No banishment. But Marasi, wisdom saving throw. Wait, I'm sorry, it's a charisma saving throw?
His
On
was.
yours?
Yes.
Yeah. Natural 19. Yeah, it's still a pass, because yours is DC 16, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it's still a pass.
Wait, did you say it was charisma? Because this is wisdom.
Not for me. Mine is
No.
a charisma.
His is charisma, Marasi's is wisdom. Yeah, it's two different throws.
Just making sure. I heard charisma twice. So.
Marasi, yours passes.
Nice. Okay. So that's what happens.
So he takes 11 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction to move as far away from you as possible, as long as it doesn't go over a fire or a pit or anything that could damage it. Got it. Okay, you're casting it at your base level, though, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. 11 damage, then. Okay. Give me a second, I'm going to get you a map.
I think it's time to go.
Oh, you're going to run. Okay.
Well, I don't know. That's up to the party. I'm putting my vote out there.
Runner fight.
Croesus shouts out to the last survivor, "This way now!"
It looks at you. The dwarf looks at you. Almost like an involuntary reaction, starts running towards you.
Wait, what?
He starts running towards you, the survivor.
Oh, yeah.
Now, how far away is the dwarf and the giant from each of us?
From each other. Well, currently they're running in opposite directions. The dwarf is running to you. The giant is running away from you. Then the giant stops and about faces and starts moving towards the party and the dwarf. The dwarf currently has about a 90-foot head start on it.
How far is the
And-
dwarf from us?
Dwarf away from you is about 250 feet.
And about how far did the giant move when it was running away?
40 feet.
In that case, dwarves don't move very fast. Sigh. Croesus moves towards the dwarf 80 feet.
How about we just go ahead and throw a map up, shall we?
Yeah.
No.
Sure. Actually, no. We're going to save that for next time.
How
No.
dare you?
It's okay, guys. I can get us out of here,
With a
and I
dimension door.
can protect us. I can 100% protect us.
I've got
I
a couple
can-
tricks up my sleeve.
Make a deception roll for that, Baron.
It's not a deception roll. I can put us inside of a dome of impenetrable force.
Doesn't that
Isn't
take
that a
10
ritual?
minutes to cast?
No, a wall of force.
Aha.
I can put us inside a dome of impenetrable force that cannot be dispelled or damaged.
Sorry, is this one of those things that we have to fight the movement of the planet again?
He's probably going to play Jenga with this giant.
Yes,
Still-
I am very tempted to play Jenga with this giant.
I just want to point out that if this giant is any bit intelligent, he's going to break some trees with his club and just stack them on top of the dome, so that when it finally does fall, the trees crushes us.
But that's
Better
the
yet,
thing.
Better
is
yet, he would
while
just
inside
stand
of
on
that
it.
dome, I can make us a hut.
All right, well, Petrie, take us out if you would, please.
Okay. Don't mind me, I'm just writing down a battle plan so I don't forget. I got a couple options of trickery and things that may distract the giant long enough for us to get away. Or we could fight it, although I don't necessarily I don't recommend that, but we'll do what we have to. Either way, that's it for this week. We'll be back next week with more Sass RPG. We're also coming back in just maybe 2.5 hours, it looks like, I think. Maybe 2 hours. We'll be back in a little bit for hopefully the finale of Shadowbringers. I am so excited to get to the end of this. I want to know what happens so badly. We gotta save the Exarch. Anyway, that's it for today. I'll see you guys later.